You're
This is my best DDP
not the
impression.
crazy smile though. I'm not smiling this week.
No, you don't never smile.
No,
not at the beginning at least.
Not in the beginning, but this week I'm especially not smiling.
He said, "I got things on my mind."
I got things on my mind this week, bro. Like
problems and concerns.
And concerns
that don't concern the rest.
Look, and the concerns is
exactly like Cedric the Entertainer said in Kings of Comedy. I got problems and concerns.
And concerns. Look, I'm following right behind with you, brother, man.
You already know.
Man, what up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. Ain't no special effects this week. I ain't even gonna do my whole intro. It's your boy Carlito the Cannon. All that, you know. I ain't doing none of that, bro. Y'all see, look, you see the shirt, you see the I'm disheveled. My shirt's wrinkly. I ain't got no haircut. I'm not shaving. Like,
this got him when Paul Heyman left the Bloodline the first time.
That's how I feel right now. Like when Paul came out, that's why I look how I look right now, because no yeet.
I mean, if it helps you, I look how I look because I don't care.
See, I usually care, but I don't care tonight because no more yeet.
For now,
maybe ever.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you might be right.
I mean, like, cause think about it, like, yo, Weaver, what up, kid?
What about?
Maybe he could be like Damian Priest and just not ever get another shot, or Kofi. Like, he could
get another shot at who?
At the title.
Oh, I thought you said Kofi. I was like, I thought you mixed up two.
No, I'm saying Jey may never win another world championship.
I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. That
Which
like not at all.
Crazy.
I seen somebody on the internet said they really gave Jey the hear N-word doggone. Take.
You said they gave you what? They gave Jey what?
See, it's what I don't use, but here N-word damn.
Oh yeah, here nigga, here. Nah, damn. Here, nah, yeah. Nah. That's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all get.
It's done for now.
For now. And it stopped being an experiment. That's what upsets me. That's why my shirt is wrinkled, because I don't really even mean the no yeet. I just went and found it because no yeet. Like,
and I for one was surprised because he started doing a thing with the kids, and
I mean, like, they were doing everything they could do to make him feel like a big deal and a world champion. He finally felt like it. Like, that Seth match
until he finally felt like it, and then Gunther tapped him out. I was like, bruh.
You know what's crazy though? I'm not one of those people that's mad at Gunther. I'm just mad that he lost. Like, I love him.
So I like Gunther, but
like, I ain't even got the lights on the belt cabinet behind me. Like, that's how just
exactly. My TV ain't even on because it ain't working.
Like, I'm just not. I feel some type of way because I just feel like
we in bereavement. We in bereavement.
I'm in bereavement. Absolutely.
Exactly. We in bereavement for Jey Uso title. Hold on, let's have a moment of silence. That's what my auntie used to do. Freedom.
And I used to be like, but it's supposed to be a moment of silence. Like,
you always get that one. You always get that one
mother in the church. It was never a moment of silence. Somebody was gonna sing.
That was my great Aunt Marie, not my Aunt Marie. Great Aunt Marie. We couldn't be quiet to save her life. God rest her soul.
Look, I told my wife. She was like, "Why is your shirt wrinkled?" I was like, "Cause I'm disheveled." SAT word of the week: disheveled.
It's like, don't worry about it.
Like, I was like, "Cause Jey lost." She's like, "What you mean Jey lost?" I was like, "He lost the belt." She's like, "No, he didn't." Like, after like 50 something days. Like,
I think it was 51. I might be lying about that.
No, you might be. You know what? I'm gonna go look. Cause I need.
Because it wasn't long.
I need to know how long or how short. I guess at this point, how short of a run it was.
Look, let's put it to you like this. He won the Intercontinental belt and the World belt and had it less than 80 days.
That's tough.
Combined. Mick Foley was world champion 3 times and had it like 85.
Yeah, that'd be the funniest thing in the world because people always want to bring him up as like this huge. I'm like, dog, he's stop.
Yeah. Like, please.
Jey Uso was champion for 51 days.
Look at the big brain on this one.
He won it in Nevada and lost it in Arizona.
He might as well not go back to the desert no more.
Yeah, no, it's the desert. It's the desert thing. There's
Next time you go to the desert,
they had
he ain't coming
tropical
back.
people. It's because they had
Yeah,
tropical
where
people.
he got the palm trees all upside of his body.
Yeah,
You need to go back to
that's
where
why
they at.
that's why he lost it, because I'm upset.
I was
upset.
not happy because I was just like, bruh, really, y'all did that?
Like I said, and I'm not mad that it's Gunther.
They pulled the rug up underneath him.
Yeah, they did. They pulled it from out underneath him. They did. I'm not mad that it's Gunther. I'm just mad that he lost it, period. Like,
Exactly.
I finally started to get behind main event Jey Uso. And now, but we gonna get into Money in the Bank, man. Y'all already know. Look, we done got off. Y'all already know who it is.
We was on a tangent right there.
We was on a tangent just now. Y'all know who it is to my right. Let people know who you is, my boy.
You know who it is. It's your favorite man with a K, Mr. 211, always with a steel reserve in his hand. Hold on, let me toast y'all. Bang, bow,
bang.
How y'all living? Happy Thursday to you.
Happy Thursday. This was a big week. Like,
it was.
This was a huge week. I don't even know. We're gonna do our best to cover everything we can cover, but y'all watch just like we did, so you ain't gotta go over everything. But it was a lot. It started with Smackdown. That I very rarely watch Smackdown all the way through, because I'm usually always working on Fridays. Like, Friday nights are one of my big security nights, so I'm very rarely watching it all. But I know Lee, this is the go home. I'm sorry, y'all. I look a mess. I gotta go get this all taken care of. I gotta go get this taken care of.
He gonna be doing that all night. Just look at it
all night. I'm gonna just be all night. I'm still upset about Jey. But anyway, SmackDown, we got the Future versus the Bloodline. Seth and his cronies came out. What's up, sis? Seth and his cronies came out, and man, listen. That Jacob and Braun Breaker face-off.
Yeah.
That's a WrestleMania main event. And like I said, like in 2 years, that is a WrestleMania main event. That's one of them.
You already know.
That's crazy. Like I said, 2 or 3, because we still got a couple people who still got to get some more run out of their main event time. But
it ain't. I ain't even going.
But that's a future main event. I love the solo dynamic now. Shout out to the 50 already. We already at 50 live viewers. Okay, 50, y'all. Man,
50 viewers. Hey.
Oh man, we just hit 51. Rest in peace to main event Jey Uso's championship run. Damn. I'm hurt about this. And I ain't been hurt about a title loss in a minute, but I'm hurt about this one.
That one put a knot in my chest. I ain't gonna lie.
Did. It don't feel like.
No, because I mess around. Because I normally I'd be asleep right now, so I watch it while I'm on a paper route. But when I woke up, I was just checking socials before I was going to the car and seeing Gunther holding up the belt. I said no. I thought he had beat him up and was just holding it up for some clout. And then I had the show playing. I was just like, he didn't.
And you could tell, when he brought his son with him and all, it was just so much that was like, this is happening. But you were like, no, not this early. Yeah,
exactly. Early. No, they said this early. We gonna put a belt on Jey. He ain't gonna keep it unless it's a tag belt.
He ain't gonna keep it unless it's a tag title. That boy can keep a tag title.
That's what I'm saying. 6-7 years he can have a tag.
You ain't kidding, boy. You ain't kidding. So
they ain't giving him 6-7 weeks with the belt. He was less than 2 months.
It was less than 2 months. He didn't even reach full 2 months, bro.
It's like, bro, another week and a half, you'd at least had 2 months.
Slacking. Seth and his cronies faced off with Solo. I love the Solo dynamic now. He has definitely found his character. He's the blend of silly Jey, but he's still, or silly Jimmy, but he still can be serious. But he pulls off the silly vibes real well. He has a nice character about himself now. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing that 6-man tag match though.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that Bronson versus. I mean, everything is gonna always go back to versus Jacob, but Bronson versus JC would actually be pretty good too. I want to see how JC moves with Bronson.
That's what I'm saying. I'm still getting used to JC. I knew who he was long before all this. I knew who he was, but I hadn't seen a whole lot of him because he was in what was it? Was he in AEW for a cup of coffee? He was somewhere on my TV.
Jeff Cobb was in AEW for a cup of coffee. He was major in New Japan. He's been all over. He's one of those well-traveled, and I think this is his stretch to where he's coming in to get a nice paycheck,
right,
and ride out the rest of his career just like Shinsuke, which a lot of people are still upset. Shinsuke don't care nothing about y'all being upset that he's not being used. My man is making millions of dollars to go surf in Florida.
to go surfing.
To go surfing.
You know what I'm saying?
Surfboard. That was a nice way to start off SmackDown.
Yeah, it started off hot.
Started off hot. It started off real hot. I was wondering where they teased. All right, for the 100 live viewers already, we 11 minutes in. Shout out. I was wondering if that was going to be one of those things that alluded to Seth. Like were they going to tease Seth all night that he was going to be the one to win Money in the Bank, and they did.
Yeah, they exactly did. We'll get on to my feelings on that when
we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that. Julia is, I guess, next in line for Zelina, because Zelina had another match with Piper Niven for what that.
I mean, I love my boo boo, but they need to go and do something. Where the tag team women's back?
Who's the women's tag team? Oh, Raquel and Liv.
America Liv.
I forgot they were tag team champions.
Because ain't nobody. See, that's one of the things I don't like about all this stuff. Because I already hate double champions, right? So why in the world is the women's tag team champions? One of them ain't got nothing to do with Money in the Bank. The other one trying to qualify for it. What? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Because doggone, that's my problem. One of them got to suffer, and in this case, not only is it Raquel. It's the women's tag belts as a whole. Nobody likes them, and they don't do anything to help them. You know who should have them? The Secret Herbs.
But it's crazy, though, because they'll put them on a tag team and then do absolutely nothing with them.
Exactly.
Like an actual tag team. Like they did with Kaden and Katana. They did it with the Unholy Union. Like, they just don't.
And then they put them on two, I don't want to say more relevant, but, kind of more important, higher up on the card. And then they worried about other stuff. They should have sent them back to NXT. That NXT women's division is so big that they could have just kept them there, and it would have been completely fine. Because Sean knows how to book women. He do, but he named Izzy Dame to save her life. You seen that,
bro? That was crazy. I was like, dog, that's the only that. But I love that. But see, it's little stuff like that makes you realize that he genuinely enjoys running the show, looking like he loved what he do.
I want to shadow him for a day. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I would love to shadow NXT and Sean for a day.
Yeah, I would
love that. That would be.
Is it too late for me to be a Make-A-Wish kid? And have that be my.
You already got a new heart, so you can't.
That's why I asked if it was too late. You just said clarify.
Yeah, you had already got a new one, so they're not gonna let you get a wish.
Oh well. If you're out there listening, the Beyond the Bell podcast would like to shadow NXT and Shawn Michaels for a day.
Absolutely, Sean. What's up? Holla at us, Playboy.
You know what I'm saying?
Holla at me, baby. Julia comes out. If they want to give her the belt, I'm fine, because I don't care about Zelina. But don't give it to her as the whole, this is how we're going to try to make people care about her. If that's the only reason you even involved her, then it's like
what we finna do here.
What we finna do with it. The same thing they did with
I thought it was strange. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, the same thing they did with the tag belts. Just put them on somebody.
Exactly. And that plays into what I was about to say. Because what happened directly after Julia and Zelina was yeah, I'm coming for that belt. Both of them was in the Money in the Bank match.
Both of them in Money in the Bank.
So it's just bruh, stop. WWE is great at planting seeds, but it don't grow like it's supposed to grow. You plant that seed in the back, and then they both in the Money in the Bank, and it's just why? That's a whole other storyline.
Why?
For a few weeks, maybe a month or two, and what the girl name is? Julia will be the new United States Women's Champion. Bow. Right? Which
I'm fine with. Again, I'm fine if they want to put the belt on her, but don't try to make that be why I'm supposed to care about her. Which exactly. I've been very vocal about
that match. The Money in the Bank qualifying match. Neither one of them.
Damn.
So they could have been left in the back to their own devices, and be like, "Hey,
to their own devices." It's the to their own devices. That's the phrase of the day.
Huh?
That's the SAT phrase of the day. They could have been left to their own devices.
Exactly.
Shout out to the 150 live viewers, bro. We appreciate y'all. There that boy go.
Wait till we get to 211.
Bro, we better not hit 211 tonight. I'm a screenshot. That'll be crazy.
What up, Black?
211.
Bro, we had 152 live viewers already, 16 minutes in.
Already?
They rocking with your boys.
Oh, wait a minute. I got one thing to say. Julia.
I mean, you know. Seemed like
and we're gonna talk about AEW because for the second week in a row, they ended an AEW show with Daniel Garcia and friends. Like,
I don't know. I don't make it past 2 hours.
Was that the end of the first 2 hours or the last 2 hours?
No, the last two. Like, that was the end of the show.
You're gonna give me 2 hours, that's it.
I mean,
I saw enough. Kenny Omega, Okada, that was it. Okay.
Hey, I got something to say about that Kenny Omega deal too, but I'll wait till we get there.
Oh yeah, we're
gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Bro, Jimmy Uso beat JC Mateo.
Yeah,
I don't know how to feel about that, but
that's interesting.
Is that just one of those get the loss out of the way early losses?
It has to be because they're not doing nothing with Big Jim, and they need to. That's who need to win whatever mid-card belt is on.
Bree, I feel that. I feel that.
I mean,
I watched the bit.
We feel that. Just saying.
I mean, with JC Mateo, I need to ask this question. What is it about Jeff Cobb? What is it about him?
Wait, hold on. Yeah. AEW is running a 10-man tag and a 12-man tag in the same night next week.
Yeah.
I think they're doing. No, they're not doing 4 hours next week. But
Tony said y'all are not going to accuse him of not using talent.
Everybody getting a paycheck off of him because they're getting a paycheck anyway. Know what I'm saying?
Wait, is that baby girl
married or married?
Happy belated birthday, baby girl! Y'all, y'all.
It was her birthday. Yeah, happy birthday,
happy
baby.
Belated birthday! If you watch and drop it in the chat one time for Queen Jordan. That we got to talk about that because that's crazy work.
That's 22 checks right there.
That's 22 checks.
I mean, he was gonna give them anyway.
But you know what's crazy?
My money.
The matches are gonna be like 8 minutes apiece, so they can fit another 12 matches on there.
Oh yeah, it's Grand Slam.
Big John, what's going on, brother?
What up, Jay Watt?
Good,
that's your new nickname, Jay Watt.
I like that actually. I like Jay
Watt. Somebody in his real life probably call him that, and he hates it.
Shout out to the Public Enemy podcast too for the retweet and the love on the stream.
Oh yeah.
But the JC Mateo thing this early, I mean, I understand why, but why?
Just like I said, they're not doing nothing with Big Jim.
They're gonna put him back with Jimmy. We're gonna get the Usos in the New Day come SummerSlam.
You need to at this point.
Usos 3.0.
We're getting the Usos in the New Day at SummerSlam.
At this point. But what is it about Jeff Cobb? What is it about him?
He's impressive in the ring.
He looks like he could be a part of the Bloodline, even though he's Guamanian.
He looks like he could have been part of the Bloodline. Same as Bronson. And y'all remember, I was one of those people that liked Bronson with the Bloodline. I thought that was actually kind of dope.
Oh, he was on the new Bloodline team, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, War Games. He was with the new.
That whole situation is crazy anyway.
The New Line Cinema.
You tsunami Seth Rollins to death, and then
bro, y'all got to stop talking about that. Like Seth didn't get he got his revenge. Y'all don't remember him curb stomping Bronson face into the stairs?
I understand that.
I do
but
not.
Then Bronson over here. But then Bronson with the team that he don't like.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of plot holes that they left to their own devices.
You not supposed to poke holes in the plan.
You're not supposed to. No, you're not supposed to. No.
But they forget that the wrestling fan has a long-term memory.
I
don't remember the Pythagorean theorem.
The Pythagorean theorem? Good Lord.
There was no way I was
in a headlock just now, boy. Good Lord.
What is it? Say it again.
The Pythagorean theorem.
theorem. Yeah.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I can tell you, Ric Flair won the Royal Rumble in 1992. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that you like
that
WrestleMania 9.
might be a problem. I'm
But I
fine
need
with
to
him losing. I'm
Josh.
fine with him losing if it's to get the loss out of the way, but I don't need to see him lose no more this month.
Unless it's a tag match where he ain't eating the pin.
I wouldn't even want him in a tag match where he don't eat the pin at this point. There's no reason for him losing multiple times this early if y'all are gonna position him as a big deal. Like if he's the Solo to Solo's bloodline like Solo was to Roman's, then there is no reason why Jeff Cobb should be losing at all, no more this month, probably this summer, because he's already took the L, and he took the L that he gave a dub to Jim.
For nothing. Jimmy ain't got nobody behind it.
Yeah. So and yeah, Jimmy had no help, no nothing. So
you know what I'm saying, he ain't got no tribe. He just got him. It's just him, Oos.
That's it.
Hey, it's just him, Oos. I mean, that's the wrong brother, but you know.
That's not the point. Yeah, I made my point.
Hey dog, shout out to LA Knight and Aleister Black. Great match. The more
oh snap, Bucket Hat McGee.
Who's this guy?
That's Scotty Too Hot.
LL Cool J is hard as.
Oh yeah.
Time out. Wait a minute. Did you say Bucket Hat McGee?
Yeah,
I did.
All right, back to our previous story.
Okay, Buck to Bucky.
Whoa, like why
my teeth sit fine.
Why is that a thing?
He always goes for my teeth. Do you?
He do. No, that means he's focused. That means he's focused on your mouth.
Pause. They always out.
See? Pause on you.
Whoa, hold on now. Hey man, listen. I am in mourning right now. You see, I'm rocking a no yeet. I'm disheveled. I ain't got no haircut. Look, my shirt is wrinkled. Like I am hurt about this Jey situation. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it.
We gotta pour one out for the homie. And I'm gonna miss
one out for the homie.
And I'm gonna miss everybody.
No, I'm not pouring it out. Like I'm
not actually pouring it out.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey,
shout out to LA Knight itself. Well, hold on. First off, who's that guy?
You already know what to do with us, popping. It's your boy.
We didn't even do all our intros anyway.
See, if I had power, I'd have knocked him out
that would have been a kick out moment, but I don't want to get him started. The setup was there, like the lay.
It was.
But I didn't want to get him started.
No, not the lay. The alley.
The alley was. I could have threw it off the backboard into myself, but I didn't want to.
But lay, yeah.
Seth Rollins, Aleister Black and LA Knight. That was not a match I was expecting to see anytime soon.
Right.
But I'm glad it happened.
Yes.
Because it's kind of like a litmus for Aleister now. Like, because I don't feel like he's been getting the reactions we thought he was gonna get coming back.
Not at all.
And is it like but is this one of those things where the top is too stacked and his top, because like when they started doing the releases and bringbacks, a couple of people got some return pops.
Yeah.
And it was he gone too long? And the fans that were watching during his era of black and gold, are they gone?
He was gone too long, and he never made it to the main roster initially.
Well, he did. Remember, he had a story. He had a story with Big E before he left. Right before he left. And that was also why his eye is messed up, because of Seth, which is why the callback to the stare down happened. Shout out to the 200 viewers, man. Shout out to Public Enemies for the share, bro. That's why the face-off was so
intent.
It should be something of note. I don't know if the casual fans are going to catch that, because it happened. That happened during COVID, didn't it?
Yeah, it happened during COVID. During
You're lying.
Pandemic.
That was 5 years ago.
Happened on Raw during the Thunderdome era. I think it was on Raw.
There is no way that was 5 years ago, though, bro.
Yeah,
it might have been 6.
Jesus.
Funny how time flies when you're having
fun. Time flew. Good Lord, time
Shout out
flew.
to Janet Jackson.
It's crazy because that stare down at the end of that match, which was a good match. I'm happy that they were able to showcase LA again, going into Money in the Bank, but I'm happy they were able to give Aleister some type of something, considering he wasn't going to be showcased on Money in the Bank.
Right.
You got to figure out a way to, because he's one of those guys that's like a Jake the Snake, Bray Wyatt. He's one of those guys that he's gonna have a following. He may never win a title, but he's gonna bring a following for people who are invested in him. So I love for them using him. They just got to make sure they continue to utilize him, and hopefully his pops and his attention start to get a little bigger. I would love to see him in an Intercontinental title run after the draft. I'd love to see him move to Raw. I don't think he's a SmackDown guy. I think he's a Raw guy.
Nah, a lot of his competition and where he'll thrive at is on Raw.
I saw something that said he might be getting traded.
That's what I'm saying. And they're saying that the draft is supposed to be post SummerSlam. So,
which I wholeheartedly agree, because now you can switch up the chips. I mean,
but are we gonna do a draft and leave a solid brand? Like, stop doing a draft.
No,
people can just flip flop. Like, there's no point.
Is no. There never is going to be a solid brand split anymore. Since look, they can talk all the junk. Yeah, it's going to be a solid brand split. It's going to be that for a week or two, and then we back to everybody hopping brands.
I mean, but why not? We have the amount of talent now to definitely do a solid, especially in the women. Hey, we got 211 live. Oh gosh.
Shout out, y'all love me. You really.
We're at the point now to where the brand split, it'll give us a chance to define the mid card, because that's when WWE is at its best. When the mid card division is defined,
and the tag team division. The men's tag team division.
Oh, SmackDown.
That's not. Is the tag team division still a thing? Is the tag team division a thing? Because why?
I mean, it is on SmackDown, but it's only 3 teams.
No,
and then Raw, because let's see, Raw, you got the New Day, the Creeds,
War Raiders,
the War. I want to call. I was about to call it Viking Experience. Good Lord,
the War releases,
the War Raiders. That's it.
Well, actually, and Alpha Academy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean they're a team, so 4. Okay, so we got 4 teams.
Waller and Theory.
Bruh, why is that still a thing? Why is Austin Theory not in Seth's? Never mind.
Finn and
the same reason Fraxon ain't broke up yet.
I will give you Judgment Day because I love them as a tag team. I think they are a great complement to each other, but I also think they'd be a great set of tag team champs again. I love them. Mm-hmm. I love their theme too. I know a lot of people don't like that rap Judgment Day theme. I think that shit's hard. What? We the rulers of I be in the truck bumping. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, look, everybody in the IWC tossing, man. I'm tired of the rap songs, bro. Can we go back to heavy metal?
Okay, I agree to a certain point.
Depending on who the person is.
But I like their theme. I don't care.
Hey, Penta can be smooth. Penta can rock smooth operator, and it's a go for me.
Bro, listen, if my man came out and hit the stop it.
It's a rap.
That's all.
Can we agree that the tag team for both companies needs it? I agree. I can agree with that. Oh, not Lafayette, Indiana in the building. What's popping? They Robert Brown.
What's going on?
Tuning in. Lafayette, Indiana. Good Lord.
Bro.
I just was having a conversation about Indiana last night with my homie Rob, because I used to be up in Gary a lot. Y'all don't know, Gary was hot a couple summers ago, boy. You couldn't go nowhere without hearing foul.
Did you go by Michael Jackson house?
No, actually. And now that I'm off the road, that's a regret.
You know what they say, right?
That's a regret.
When you go by his house, you might
see, and that right there, that's what I love.
That's what we talk about.
Random scroll, Big Robert, man. We go
or a random.
Same BTB channel, same BTB time. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time. We are live. We also go live for a couple of, depends on the pay-per-view, for a big 4. Is Money in the Bank a big 5? Like, no, I don't think it is. I think it's a big 4 plus 1.
It's about to be, though. If they keep putting it in these big arenas.
But yeah, we're live every Thursday. Instagram. Oh, well, no, not IG no more. On YouTube, Facebook, and X. Yes, we absolutely do. We go live to AEW shows. We actually have a very big relationship with a few AEW wrestlers. So
I haven't been to an AEW show yet.
No, you have not.
We got sometime next year.
I'm down. You down? Are you down for next year?
Next year, yes.
Let's plan it. Let's hit one of their big. Okay, so wait, what is it? All Out, All In, Double or Nothing, and Revolution. Is that their big 4?
Which one is in the
I would
summer?
say Dynasty then came in there and kind of.
I don't think Dynasty's a big. I mean, like the match cards be, but I don't think it's one of those like.
I think they hyped it up to be like that,
like their Money in the Bank style, where it's like it could be considered, but it may not be. Okay, I'm with
Which
that.
one just happened? Double or Nothing?
Double or Nothing is
that's their WrestleMania. No, actually, All In
is All In or is Double or Nothing there?
Double or Nothing was their WrestleMania. All In is technically not a WrestleMania since they've done the Wembley show.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah, okay. So
what I'm getting at is 1 year from now, whatever show is going on around this time next year.
Let's go ahead and make a plan next year for all
because
In.
All Out is Backlash.
It's
technically
Backlash.
for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
I mean, it is, but it's if you're gonna equate it, it's a big four. But if you're gonna equate it, like it's All In, All Out, Double or Nothing, and Revolution are their big. Yeah, so I agree with you, Rob.
And you got full gear.
I do think that Double or Nothing is still their mania, but I can understand All In being said because it's Wembley. But it's not Wembley this year, is it?
No. It was.
They're doing it in Dallas, right?
AT&T Stadium, but then it changed to.
They moved it to Dallas. So for right now, because they moved it they will still consider Double or Nothing
their premier.
Yes, we do. When we can,
we gonna get there, brother. Because like I said, you might have missed it, but I got something to say about.
Oh yeah, we got something to say about last night's 4-hour Dynamite as well. Jesus,
4 hours,
man.
4 hours. We got to talk about Ospreay and Swerve too. We got to talk about it.
4 hours during the NBA.
But like I said, ending a show period with Daniel Garcia, and y'all know me. I used to love Dancing Daniel.
Oh,
I used to love that guy.
Yep.
But he's not a show ender.
No,
not yet.
Not with what you had.
I mean, not yet. I don't think he'll ever be. I thought that this TNT chance was his chance. They didn't do it, and they gave it to Cole. I don't think Daniel Garcia will ever do anything else in AEW.
Oh no, that's
right. See, y'all thought I was crazy when we first started this podcast. When I would always say they always put the World Championship in the middle of the show for some reason and end with something weird.
And it end with something. Yeah, that was always because that was like a WCW thing, but also old school WWF. We're at the top of the hour.
Yeah,
and that's
we're at the top of the hour, guys. We're going.
Yeah, they would come back at the top of the hour. So like I don't know if you remember, but on Nitro, that 9 o'clock hour, they bust off fireworks.
Yeah, it didn't matter what was happening.
Don't matter.
Dean Malenko would be in the ring trying to
it'd be Psychosis versus Prince Iakea.
Exactly. Then Tony Schiavone, welcome to the second hour.
While they're wrestling. While they're wrestling. I love my company, but I never understood it.
Nah, that was great.
But
back to SmackDown.
Smack it.
Yeah, we were talking about SmackDown. I love, like I said, I love the face off with Seth and Alistair. I hope they venture down that and give us a vignette.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something on that?
Go ahead. Did he leave his? Wait, did he kick himself? Because I didn't do it.
I hope he did it to himself because now he know how it feel.
That's hilarious if he did. I love the.
I went to the.
It doesn't matter what you know. I'm kidding.
It doesn't.
And the internet just went and said, "Ho, hey!" So I just got.
Mine did it earlier. Like I got banished to the Shadow Realm earlier.
That was the Lord
like once again, y'all. I never looked this bad, but I am in mourning about main event Jey Uso's title loss.
He is bereaved.
I wanted Seth to get kicked in his face and get his.
I did too. I wanted a black mask so bad.
Yeah, I wanted his face to get kicked straight off, but then Braun just.
Well, but you know what though, and realistically, if they're gonna have plans for him, that would have been the time to do it.
Who talk about
Alistair? Yeah,
sure.
Perfect time.
Set the precedence.
That spear was ugly though.
Braun spear. Braun has got my favorite spear in
of all time. It's not Prisoner of the Moment. He has my favorite spear.
And then consistency and the follow-up behind it.
Consistently. Because nothing is ever touching that Goldberg spear
on Dolph
Nunzio. The Goldberg spear on Christian when he had the chair.
The football, boom!
Yeah. And then Rhino had a couple in ECW. Yeah, one on RVD, one on Sabu.
Look, he did
the one on Jericho through the Titantron stage.
Where they changed the whole stage the next week.
Like there's been but across the entire length of career, because I remember the Roman one on Big Show when he jumped from like 10 feet back and hit him. There's been a couple people who have nice ones, but across the entire usage of it for their career, it's Braun Breaker. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Y'all make sure if you're tuning in that y'all drop a follow, a like, share, or subscribe, please, for us. That's how we keep bringing y'all this fire content. And I said Goldberg. We got to come back to Goldberg eventually because that also plays into a part of what happened on Monday. Unfortunately, tell you about Bill Goldberg.
You're next.
Boo. Penta and Andrade beat the Creeds. Whatever.
I mean,
that was just a showcase for them. Hold on, Black. Now, not too much on my team, bro. They listen, bro. They not the NXT
Brodus.
They not the NXT Creeds, but but Julius is still like that. He's just not getting much shine because they're on the main roster.
And his brother.
Bro, y'all so hard on Brutus for no reason.
Hold on.
I was getting ready to say Brutus.
Now he's starting to have the Ricochet gimmick.
Oh yeah, listen. And when he came out with anyway. Logan,
I still stand by American Made should have been a lot more than they are right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what's his face? What the boy name is? Chad Gable should have won the Intercontinental belt from Gunther. I'm still mad about that. And the Creeds would have been tag team champions.
I agree.
Ivy now could have got a belt after a while.
No. Whoa. See, you lost me.
That's why I said after a while.
You had me until Ivy Nile.
Hey, whatever. Hey, Ivy Nile, if you see this, leave your husband.
Oh, guys. You had me until, hey, sis. You had me until Ivy Nile, and then you lost me.
You don't mess with her at all?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And it's not even, and I don't even think it's anything of any fault of her own. Black, you need to stop, bro. Brutus he's trying.
He love that, Jody. He's sitting that to me every other week.
You talking about that
Yeah, that me.
Yeah.
Listen, Brutus is trying. But it's hard to find a place and it's hard to create a lane when you're not getting featured. And we already know that the tag team division just isn't getting featured.
But yeah.
So
it's not.
Let's just, you know what I mean? Like, let's move on out about it. But the final promo, the Seth and well, it started with Paul Heyman, of course, which I love. I'm happy. And for a lot of people, the question was why put Heyman with Seth if Seth doesn't need a mouthpiece. It's not about Seth needing a mouthpiece, but Paul Heyman is just so good that there's no reason why he isn't on your TV weekly. So putting him to be the forefront, not the mouthpiece, but the forefront of Seth's stable and still letting Seth talk, nothing wrong with it at all.
But you see, like Paul Heyman will do some talking, then Seth will do some talking. But when it comes to them, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like breaking off into segments or whatever, Paul will go with Braun or Bronson.
And I think it's more
don't
so
come out
Braun.
There alone no more.
I think more so he's there for Braun. Like, Braun is a part of the stable, but I think he's there for Braun, and he's just adjacent to Seth right now. That's all it is. Because
go out there, run that mouth, and then talk about WrestleMania 47, 48, 49. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, you're right.
You're right. The first of all, that pulverizer that Logan hit on Cody, though.
Smooth. That's
a smooth finisher, bro. And shout out to Cody for taking it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of superstars don't take certain finishing moves. Like I still remember when Roman took a BFT in like a promo battle with him in LA Knight. I was like,
And I swear for God, I be trying to watch that pulverizer and just see how in the world that man flips
to the
deal. I'm just like, I just can't catch it.
So it's like the Canadian Destroyer. That is one of those moves where your opponent does just as much work as you do.
Okay.
So like with that pulverizer, with Cody, if you can't do a backflip, you can't take the pulverizer. If you can't do a backflip, you can't take a Canadian Destroyer. That's why some people, whenever Petey Williams would rotate on it and their head would be like tucked into his stomach, and it's because they can't do a backflip.
Yeah.
But like an AJ Styles or Jarrell Clark, shout out to the original Mr. 630.
I I don't know who that
Chris
is.
Sabin. Oh, that's who actually used to hit 630 before Ricochet.
Oh, okay.
El Vikingo. He was the original Mr. 630.
That's cool because I ain't see that move until Ricochet.
Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the smaller guys, when they get hit with that Canadian Destroyer back in the day, some people would get hit with it, land head first, and then stand up and then finish selling it. It's because they were the ones that was delivering the move. So that pulverizer, that definitely go. That's why AJ looks so clean taking it because he's just super athletic.
Is that good?
I love that Cena and Logan got to be the one standing tall at the end of the show, just because going into Money in the Bank, you had it in your head that possibly they were gonna win, but
they did.
Moving into Worlds Collide, really, it was a good show, but the only thing that really mattered was Mr. Iguana. Listen, listen, bro.
I saw it.
Okay, how do you feel about it?
It wasn't for me.
It's not for you. Okay,
like
it's not for everybody.
Like I get it. I do. It's like what the girl name is? I didn't want to say it, but what the girl name is with the Mercedes puppet? It reminded me of her.
With the Mercedes puppet. Oh, you talking about over at AEW?
Airbags McGee.
Harley Cameron.
Yeah. Harley Cameron. Airbags McGee. It reminded me of her.
Everybody got a nickname tonight, bro.
And I was just like, I mean, it's like, okay, I get it. I'd never seen Mr. Iguana before. So I was just okay, I get where everybody coming from. And then the other one started beating up the Iguana. I was just like,
no, that was some great heel work, though. That was one of those things where it was like, okay, but that's also, so if you've never really watched CMLL or AAA, that's a functioning thing down there where drawing heel heat matters.
Right. And that's why I'm not, you know what I'm saying, slamming it. It's just like, like y'all said, it's just stuff I don't know because I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
Well, so it was okay. So I'll put it in like this: it would be the same as if somebody snatched the Cobra off of Santino's hand and beat up the Cobra.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Even then, I was just like,
okay. Well, it's okay.
Most of those things, like you know what I'm saying. When the mandible claw was the mandible claw, I was scared to death. When it was Mr. Sacco, I was like, y'all letting a dude put a sock in his mouth that been in his
I ain't gonna lie. That was I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I wouldn't have let him put his hand down my mouth. Like certain moves, I'm not taking. I'm not taking a mandible claw, though. I'll tell you that.
No, I have a gag reflex. Pause. But you know what I'm saying.
Pause.
Yeah. I paused myself.
Okay, it might be time to bring the sound effects back because that was an yo.
I had to pause myself.
You damn right.
But it's just like,
you would come back at that moment.
Right at that moment. He was listening, he was watching and waiting.
Yeah. You definitely had to pause yourself because sus.
You're not allowed to
pause yourself?
Yeah.
Blackout paused me earlier.
So okay.
Like I'm not taking either one because you're not putting your fingers in my mouth.
Nah. That's like I'm gonna take Mr. Rikishi stink face. No,
I'm not doing that either. Like I don't care about the sake of entertainment. It's a couple things I'm not doing, and that's one of them.
Would for $1 million?
No.
Yes.
Would you have joined?
No.
Mr. McMahon's Kiss My Ass?
No.
Not for $1 million.
No.
Well, y'all ain't broke. I probably would have done it
for $1 million.
Just for a smooch on the cheek.
I'm not kissing another grown man behind.
Because I'll always be known for kissing his.
I will, because like think about it. William Regal is one of the toughest, most technical wrestlers ever. Yeah. But everybody always talks about him joining the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm standing on business, 10 toes. I love them standing tall at the end of the show because it gave you hope that maybe they were possibly gonna Logan and Cena. It gave you hope that maybe they were gonna win that tag match because realistically, Cody's first match back.
Cody.
But I love how they pulled it off. But moving into Worlds Collide, like I said, Mr. Iguana was cool, but we already know what so two things. Okay, let me rephrase that. The We Want Tables
is aggravating.
Is overdone, overrated, and it needs to stop. Like Conan said, why do you want tables in this match? Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? I agree.
Even with the Charlotte matches, they did it in Charlotte's match.
Like, it's stupid. It needs to stop. I did not like Conan's commentary.
No.
Shout out to Corey Graves. Corey Graves carried that entire broadcast.
I was
on
about
his shoulders, his back, around his waist. That man.
Get that man a raise. Put that man back.
Put that man back on Raw. Put that man back on Raw. That man was doing his,
real quick
thing.
I want to get back to the crowd thing. I'm gonna take it a step further and say that the crowds are getting out of control with random chants.
Random.
Well, man, the reason why that is
thank the Europeans.
International. Yeah, I was about to say that international crowds have cause for the American crowds to try to make up for something because they don't have the volume.
Okay, I agree. But
see, my thing is, I was listening to AEW last night, and
it's SmackDown so far, sis. Just SmackDown and Wrong Worlds collide right now.
But they're starting to cuss just because.
Yeah,
you know what else? Shut the F up chants all the time, and I'm just like, bro, y'all know y'all on TV. They mess with the viewers.
WWE said something about that during the show.
Well, they didn't block it this past Monday.
Well, I think they said that they were going to start addressing. You know how they had a pre-show. Hey, do not throw things into the rings at our wrestlers. Make sure that you don't jump over the barricades and all that crap. At the end of the day, is anybody going to pay attention to it? No, because they do what they want anyway.
Because I pay
but I'm saying it messes with the viewer's view. Right. And I'm not going to change the channel, but if I was a casual, I sure enough would.
Like now, and I'm also say this though.
When they were blacking everything
this is awesome chance.
They're getting a little.
We need to stop because everything that's being said is
everything's not always awesome. Some stuff is good. Some stuff is good. Some stuff may be great. But this is awesome chance used to be reserved for
awesome.
Actual awesomeness.
Awesome. Like Will Ospreay, those are awesome moments.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher, awesome moments.
Yeah,
it's just becoming to be too much. But like y'all said, a lot of that comes from them trying to make up with the international crowd.
The international crowd didn't cuss as far as I knew.
listen.
I was about to say something.
They might be cussing in a different language.
At least it ain't Baby Curl Xavier, because that curl is killing me.
Boy,
hey, did you see him?
You talking about me?
Hey, did you see the video of him laughing at Jey?
Who?
Yes.
Well, he was talking. He said, "Well, that didn't last long, did it?"
But see, Nate, this a whole cutout of the New Day. It's my ambiance.
It's his ambiance.
Yeah, we definitely got to
talk. Yeah, man, don't worry about it.
I was actually very concerned for the placement of the Fatal 4-Way North American Championship match, but they placed it perfectly.
I was about to say that. I was like, man,
fire match.
Hey,
Ethan Page is
much
better. He's much better than they give him. Than they're giving him credit for, but then they also give him credit for because he. Like Conan and Corey were saying, that methodical pacing in that match made that match as good as what it was, because it was just going to be a bunch of high flying, this major affair. But him bringing that element to the match, it was a great match.
It slowed it to that heel like
like ground them, keep them on the ground, and they lose their advantage.
Right? Yeah. Y'all keep jumping. Y'all tire yourself out. I'm gonna come in and sneak in.
But the drop, he had a nice standing drop. He's got a really nice drop kick.
And like Randy had a real nice standing drop kick for a good while.
Right person won that match, especially once we get to NXT. The right person won the Fatal 4-Way. I wouldn't have minded Javon winning it.
But his time is coming. Like we understand that they're continuing to build him. And now I meant to ask you, like, what were you seeing about Ethan? Like, a lot of people still talking crap about Ethan, that he's not that guy, or he's.
So it's weird because with the Ethan Page thing, a lot of people are. So I see two sides of the fence. I see people like, why is he still in NXT? But then I see people like, I'm surprised he even got signed. I've seen some people like he doesn't fit the WWE mold.
Shoot,
I'm like, yeah,
he fit it way better than he did in AEW.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Ethan Page versus LA Knight would be a fire program.
Hey, that's something that you like. You talk about slow booking, stretch that. Oh, you stretch that one. Oh, you stretch that all day because that's like perfect babyface talking on a mic,
babyface on a mic, heel on a mic, and both
Easy.
can give you a. I don't want to say because that's also my biggest critique with LA. He has the most boring top level superstar moveset on the planet. Like,
but I mean,
I understand why, and that's why he's prolonged that's why he's prolonged his career the way he has.
he gives
he doesn't take
vibes.
those huge bumps.
He gets,
but it's just like I feel like I've seen every LA Knight match I could ever see at this point. I'm never gonna watch an LA Knight match and feel like he's gonna do something different.
No.
Until
and that's my only
Chinese super punch.
It's
please don't. No. The Chan Swing Dong or whatever. No, please don't. The 6-man tag with Legado. Good match. Why don't they do more with Legado?
Because they don't know what to do with them.
Because they ain't got no trios belt.
Humberto is that dude. I rock with Humberto. I rock with Angel. Like, I rock with all three of them, but I think Humberto has the size.
And he has the look, the charisma.
He's got the look. He's one of those guys where they could have pushed him in an Intercontinental Championship run.
He need to take Giovanni Vinci's spot because you could have literally put him as the Mexican Playboy.
As the Playboy, I would have been fine with that. I'd have been fine with
Which
that.
one are you talking about?
The one that has the
Humberto. Okay,
yeah, Humberto Carrillo.
Y'all remember Dale Guys?
Because y'all know they're actually cousins, right?
They're cousins. They're not.
I love that.
Cousins.
I love the family idea.
Yeah.
I definitely would have. I would love to see. I don't think WWE needs a trios championship because you already don't know how to book.
You don't know how to book the tag team.
You don't know how to book tag team.
Start with, yeah.
But if
the LWO missing too.
Well, and that's the crazy thing because the LWO was supposed to have 3 of their people there. And shout out to Lindsay Dorado, who's a coach in NXT, but did not catch your boy doing that dive. Like, how am I supposed to listen?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a coach in NXT. Like, so that's why they pulled him into the match because the other guy from LWO got injured. So they were like, "Oh,
yeah, I knew that, but I didn't know he was a coach."
Yeah, because that's why they put him there.
And was around in Mexico or wherever. No, they weren't in Mexico.
And the fact that he didn't catch your boy, I was like,
bless it,
Sean, bless him.
Bless him.
Rey Mysterio popped up. I think this may be Rey's last year.
It's gotta be.
Once he come back from injury, I don't see no.
I don't
like
see.
Next year
he'll
be his
get that
last
Mania. Yeah, he'll get that Mania moment
because it's on the West Coast too.
Dom retiring him would be perfect.
Mask
versus career.
Oh, that'd be some heat.
Or Mask versus title. I'm fine with that.
Yes,
I'm fine with that.
Heat.
Or Mask and career versus title.
Yeah, Mask and career versus
because
title.
now he can be. I mean, he already goes out with his mask off, but now he can officially just retire the mask and he's.
I can't disagree with that.
I can agree.
Can't.
I don't think I can.
What he said.
Because Rusev. I mean, Rusev has it.
Well, no, he said not returning star. So this is their first time coming to WWE, and they were signed. Yeah,
I can agree.
I can agree. Until we see what Mariah May does, I'm fine with that.
You mean Blake Monroe?
Blake Monroe. Which people hate that name. I mean, what was so special about Mariah May?
She's Mariah.
I saw people talking about it should have been Mariah Monroe.
Mariah Carey.
Okay, now hold on now. Mariah Monroe would be hard though. That would have been
close to Maryland.
That would have been hard. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I believe that's her whole deal to try and be like Marilyn Monroe, but like,
well,
Blake
that's why she had the whole Sabrina Carpenter like vignette and all that. Like that's why.
But like Blake is a unisex name that just doesn't work to me in this instance.
Okay.
Should it have been Mariah? Who knows? But Blake Monroe, sight unseen, I'd probably think it was a dude.
Blake Monroe. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I give you that.
They could have at least given her a more feminine leaning name. If that's
I like Mariah Monroe. I wouldn't. I didn't think of that. I love that. That actually works for me.
I think Blake is decent. I mean,
it's decent.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
It's decent with what WWE comes up with. Sometimes they just coming up with some of the weirdest.
Some
don't match names. We be like, what?
Lex
Lola Vice
Cabana.
and Stephanie Vaquer.
What about him?
In the name of
Bless it.
He gonna get up and do the scroll.
Listen here. So Stephanie's was cool, but you know Stephanie uses her back. Lola had them hips popping.
Shakira.
Her hips don't lie.
I'm sorry, what? That was a lot of noise.
Now he was doing the right thing on that one. I'm gonna let him rock on that one because I was just like,
I didn't hear what he said. Is what I'm saying.
The tag match went where it needed to go. The right person won. I'm glad Stephanie, and a lot of people didn't realize it, but I will say this: Lola has come a long way in that ring.
A long way.
She is actually a very decent in-ring performer now. I'm happy for her because I still remember that crybaby performance she did, and then the match didn't deliver. I don't know if it's because the underground matches are giving her more time or whatever, but more power to her.
Because they put her in her natural element. That's why.
Somebody else need to go down there and get some training.
Ooh,
Jay Cargill,
Swerve.
Oh wow.
Oh no, I was just thinking back to his.
Look, not Stephanie. Listen. Leave her
Like,
alone. She didn't mean to say it. Leave her alone.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. Oh man.
What's my girl name from NXT? The new chick.
Was she a background interviewer?
No, she's a young wrestler.
Oh, the LFG girl.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. No, not LFG girl. No. She ain't nobody. Anyway, back to.
Damn.
Main event, aka match of the weekend. Chad Gable versus El Hijo del Vikingo.
Hey,
I didn't see that one. I tried to go back and watch.
I forgot. Look, Nikki botched it too. Nikki Bella botched it too.
Botch what?
She botched Stephanie Vaquer's name.
Trash.
But nobody cares about Nikki Bella.
Nobody cares about her. I wish they would have shot a segment with her and John backstage.
Because evolution. That's the only reason.
We ain't worried about Nikki Bella.
You know what bothered me?
Justice for Odyssey Jones.
What bothered you? Oh, shut up.
Maybe
Whoa.
What bothered you?
What bothered me was when EO Sky said, "You paved the way for us." You ain't paved.
So Black. Wait a minute.
She
good. Black. Wait a minute.
Kinda.
Wait a minute.
Because she set the
Nikki.
tone.
So I'm gonna say this. Nikki paved the way for the post-attitude era divas to not only get notoriety in the press and publicity, especially with Total Divas and Total Bellas. But let's be honest, bro. She was the best champion, arguably, during that stretch of the 2-minute bathroom break women's matches.
Besides Paige.
Besides Paige. But Paige came after Nikki and them had already started to. Shout out to the 300 live viewers right now, bro.
Sparta!
You stupid.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, absolutely. No. Absolutely. It wasn't just Nikki. It was the Bellas. Because if not for the Bellas, it would have just been Kelly, Candice Michelle,
Layla L.
Layla, like Nikki and them brought character.
They did, and they brought sexiness back to where it wasn't just sexiness.
It wasn't just hoey looking. It was it was like, I know you don't want to give them their props and their credit, Blackout, but I'm gonna just say this, bro. For what we had in that PG and that reality era,
and
thank you.
They changed. They made Vince change what women's wrestling was from there.
Bring it from their starting point to when Paige and the 4 horsewomen came up. That was them.
Ashley.
No, it's not saying much, but that's why. But you still have to give them their credit, because that's like, realistically, that's like, think about it. During that 2008 to 12, John Cena was the best WWE champion. It's not saying much though. but you still gotta say it.
Say it, name it.
You so stupid.
I thought he threw it for real.
The main event was phenomenal. Chad Gable is just steadily proving everybody right that he should have been the one to defeat Gunther.
Workhorse. Workhorse champion.
Workhorse.
Workhorse.
That boy worked all weekend.
Workhorse. And it's crazy because Vikingo is not. He's not a slouch. He's not. I don't. When I'm giving Chad his props, I'm not taking them away from Vikingo.
No.
But Chad worked that match and made him look phenomenal. He looked like $1 million.
Because as a technical wrestler going against a high flyer, he made it look amazing.
Bro, that Canadian Destroyer on the apron.
Yeah.
The moonsault through the table.
The storytelling was there.
Storytelling was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Loved it.
And then, of course, the 630. The 630 was amazing. Yeah, Chad Gable only had one match all weekend, and he had the best match this weekend.
Yeah. I was about to say, no, he didn't, but I was like,
no, Chad Gable wrestled. So, Bree, listen, I'm not an AJ Lee fan, so I okay, but I'm not an AJ Lee fan.
Okay,
that's all.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I think I'm not like all the people that beg for her to come back and all. I don't care. Like I genuinely don't care.
What would she technically be doing right now?
Wow. So this is my thing. AJ Lee coming back now would serve what purpose when we're saying that Charlotte?
Oh, Bailey, I mean, I'm not worried about that.
No, I'm just saying in general. The people that want like all the people that are saying AJ Lee needs to come back. We on this podcast for the last almost year now have said I feel bad for Charlotte, Bailey, Sasha, and Becky because they're on their way out. What would AJ Lee bring to this division at all now that's not already here?
Manager?
I think she would have brought what Trish Stratus tried to bring.
Wait, 211. What'd you say?
I said some old ass knees.
Wow.
That's all she gonna break to the division.
Jesus.
Boy.
Oh, I ain't mean it like that. I meant that she's old and wrestling.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I think Roxanne is a better version of her.
Yeah.
I think Roxanne Perez is a better AJ Lee.
Hold on, somebody.
Yeah. Look, listen, I wish I would have had the effects tonight. I'm still disheveled.
You're in mourning. You're
I'm in mourning. But
you seen that lady on TikTok?
Well, I mean, that's fine. I would take Beth Phoenix over Nikki.
I take AJ.
Oh, it's not hard to say who you would take. I'm just saying you still have to give Nikki her props. Like it doesn't matter how much you dislike her.
That's like you gotta give Undertaker his props, even though you don't.
Exactly, I dislike Taker. Like I don't like Mark Calloway. You know?
Or like you have to give
shut up
Terry his.
Stop.
I was halfway there though. I was getting ready to say I'd take Michelle McCool over AJ.
What we not gonna do is that.
Shout out to Swerve.
Shout out to the Raccoon Swerve for thinking that he was gonna pull a fast one on everybody and change the lyrics to his song. And take out the calling her black and ugly and called her. He switched the lyrics up to the song and called her mean and ugly. Sir, we didn't forget. That was his. Why do you think I'm so hard on not liking him?
No. I just thought that was a song that he liked. I didn't know that was his song.
He rapped that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like he rapped that.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I was today years old.
And then put another version out this week and said she was mean and ugly. No, bro, we caught you the first time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Late. Too late.
It's too late.
Back in the social media
But
I anyway, come out of my bubble sometimes.
I mean, you a hater, you're like the hater, so it's okay. You don't have to.
Me? Yeah, I am. Yeah.
No, not you.
You're talking about Ashley.
Ashley's
always been a hater. Yeah, she's always
a hater.
Ashley.
Look, last year it was this one. Now it's me this year. So
I mean, who's this one?
Point the other way.
No, the other way. My screen is going towards black.
But it's not.
I know. Go the other way. You gotta go. There you go.
There you go. Sorry, wait. I was about to make a gesture we're not supposed to make.
Yeah, she on you, bro.
Yeah, sis. Like, that's why I was being so judgmental about him because that was his song.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So
I
it's
just
like,
seen the
yeah,
clip
no,
yesterday
you're not-
too, where he was in the club or whatever.
Thanks, word.
Yeah, I just seen it, but I didn't know
no.
that was his song.
Yeah, no.
He don't need to rap no way. He works in
Like, bro, because understand something. At Revolution last year, I was remember not even you know what? Let's take
you
it
would
back
hit
before
that all day for nothing.
Let's take it back before Revolution. WrestleCade 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I was a big swerve, but then his actual character came out, so whatever. But now back to back to El Vikingo and Chad. Chad was the MVP of the weekend for me personally. I just think that he was the consummate professional wrestler. He did exactly what everybody needed him to do, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Right person won, of course. I think the right people and persons won all across Worlds Collide. I mean, I gave it a solid 3.5 out of 5. Minus really Conan's commentary is what brought it down the most for me.
You know what I think it was about Conan's commentary is that he wasn't matching Corey's energy. So Corey just be like, "Oh my God, look at that! What's happening?" And Conan would be like, "Yeah, let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story real
guy,
quick." And then it would get interrupted by a pinfall.
I used to talking more dad or whatever. It's like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Conan's what? He's not that old, so he can still, get loud if he needs to get loud.
Conan might be in his 60s. Conan might be in his 60s. Blackout Jones, go look and see how old Conan is, bro. He might be in his 60s. I think he is because I'm saying this. I remember his WCW United. Yeah, I was about to say because I remember his WCW United States Championship run in like '94.
My bad.
I was young man.
That's on me.
But I loved Worlds Collide. It was the perfect lead-in to Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Money in the Bank was crazy.
Oh, I just want to say I didn't too much care for the whole Dom thing. I mean, I didn't mind.
Oh, and we didn't. Well, so we didn't even get to talk about that. But that leading into Money in the Bank, I loved it. I thought it was perfect. Triple A said y'all crying and complaining about 5 matches, so I'm gonna give you a 5th match. I thought it was good. I don't think they picked the right person for him.
Who, for Dom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't think it would. I don't think it should have been Octagon. I don't know who I thought it should have been.
I think it should have been Papa John's.
Get out.
Sometimes like we be having a good vibe going, and then he just
normally it's me, but even my jokes ain't that bad.
Like it never fails.
Yo,
no, I'm gonna tell you off of this comment. I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing that happened. So we did a live Zoom watch party this past Saturday for all of y'all that did not know, and we were in there, and Eureka was like. So we were looking at all the wrestlers that there are, because there's an octagon, there's a hexagon,
pentagon,
and there's pentagon. So she asked, was there a polygon? And when we found Polygon, the wrestler, I was so mad because there's an actual wrestler named Polygon. Wow. He's like a teeny indie guy, but like it was like
he gonna be in AEW 2 years.
Jesus.
No, you won't.
Like Sin Cara?
Him and Benya Polywog.
Not Benya. Bro, I haven't watched Gullah Gullah Island in.
That was a good one. That was not kick out worthy.
That was no. I mean, listen, AEW would, because I'm gonna tell you what AEW do. AEW would end up having a match sponsored by Gullah Gullah Island just for the hell of it, just because.
And let's play together.
No, don't start that. No. We're not gonna start singing the song. We're not gonna do that.
Oh, that was the greatest show in Nick Jr.
Wait, he said they'd be bad to 11. Who'll be bad? The women's Dom got into it with Octagon Jr. at Worlds Collide, setting up for an Intercontinental Championship match at Money in the Bank. Cool match. It was a good match for what it was supposed to be. A Dom showcase. That's all we needed.
Yeah, it continues to get better. I love Dom. Can't wait to see
people were complaining about none of the mid-card titles being defended and all that. So there you go. Triple H said, "Here, shut up." The women.
He said that again that night too, but we'll get on that.
The women's Money in the Bank match.
What's the word? That was a sleeper. I wasn't ready for it to be as good as it was.
Oh, I knew it.
They do it every year.
3 years.
They did it every year. The last 3 years have been fire.
But this was one of those years
That
where
they
there
just
was like no really crazy bad botch. So the match just the right person won.
If Zoe Starks was in there, it probably would have been a little.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it could have
god.
been, but
Don't do Norma Jean like that.
No, because Zoe is crazy in ladder matches. I don't know what it is about that woman.
Bro, you remember when she hit
Crazy
her
without
head
ladder
on
matches.
that spring on that move?
That was last year.
Yeah,
wasn't
that
it?
was last year. I don't know if she remembers it, but I do.
I said, golly.
The
Homegirl was concussed.
the women delivered to a point to where I didn't care about the men's after watching theirs. I was like, hey, I got my fill of car crash, carnage, just I'm good. The right person won.
Yeah,
Nobody
sure.
else in that match
like
needed
Blackout.
to win.
No, nobody else needed to win. I was like, oh, holy hell.
So I'll say this. I didn't even want Rhea in the match.
No.
At all.
She didn't need to be.
Honestly, I didn't want no really major names in the match. You could have had one.
No.
I think you could have had Bailey in there. If Bailey was around, you could have had a Bailey in there.
I would have been okay with a Bailey maybe.
But like a
But
Becky, hell no.
But I'll say this though, and this proves our point once again. The 4 Horsewomen's time is almost up because Charlotte wasn't even in that match.
But I think
She
they
didn't
wait
need
for
to be.
Evolution. I think they're setting her up.
Oh yeah, she's gonna get a showcase Evolution match. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably gonna be her and Jade.
And Jay's gonna beat her.
Yep, and Jade's gonna beat her at Evolution, which is gonna be trash. But whatever.
I'm saying
I don't even think Charlotte can carry Jade to a.
Charlotte gonna be pissed. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's gonna be some receipts in their match.
Oh yeah, Charlotte good for that.
So Naomi has been wrestling since. Oh, never mind. She told you to look it up.
Look
I
it up.
actually
I
have the
got
answer
this
for
story.
it because it was asked on the Zoom. But your ultimate rival has asked you to look it
11
up,
or something?
Blackout. So go look and see when Naomi debuted.
Shit, she been in there for what, 15, 16 years?
I was in
now?
high school.
The historian saying, man, y'all got me doing work on my day off.
Yeah, that's what.
She was a
That's what
funkadactyl
said.
when you was in high school.
No,
Post-
TJ,
hey,
no.
the post-
Before the Funkadactyls. Before that's where everybody messes up with Naomi. The Funkadactyls was the first time you saw her on the main roster.
But
She
she's
was
like
in
17
FCW.
years in, bro.
She was the first FCW women's champ.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
I ain't even gotta look that up.
Yeah. So everybody always remembers the Funkadactyls. But
Yeah.
Naomi's been wrestling since like 2008,
But shut your
2009.
lips, ass.
And you were still in high school then?
Yeah, I graduated in 09.
Oh, word. I was
Mhm.
06.
Oh no,
Jesus.
Yeah, right.
09, baby.
06.
Stupid.
I mean, he sang yours. Somebody had to sing mine.
The addition of Roxanne. So I will say this: the only other person I could have saw winning is Roxanne, and it would have
Yeah.
only been because you
Yeah.
get the full year to use the briefcase.
Yes.
But they remedied that the next night, so I'm okay.
Yes.
But Naomi winning is the best case scenario, especially because at this point you genuinely don't know who she's going to cash in on. You could love to say and think it'd be Tiffany, but with the draft coming and with the conclusion of this Naomi, Bianca, and Jade storyline looming,
I think I'm cash on too.
she could end up on Raw, and Jim could go to Raw to go be with Jay,
Mm-hmm.
and she could cash in on whoever the women's world heavyweight champion is, because I don't know if Io is going to be champ past summer. I just don't know.
Who's she gonna lose to?
I don't know. That's the thing. We're at that point now, especially after what happened Monday night, where you just don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Becky and Lyra. Match was fine. Match was gonna be what it was gonna be. Whatever. I still don't think Becky should have won, but I understand why she won.
But we knew it was gonna happen.
We knew it was gonna happen eventually.
just
They were
for a
gonna give
wrinkle in the
that
story?
mid-card title to Becky. That's why she came back,
Oh.
just so she could win that belt, because that's the only thing she hasn't won yet.
Yeah.
And now she's gonna go, and she'll win the U.S. title eventually. I mean, it is what it is. We can't. I mean, it is what it is. It's Becky. They have this hard on for Becky Lynch that will never. And I don't understand it, but I'm not gonna be one of the guys to be like, man, she shouldn't. If there are people out there that love Becky Lynch to your heart's content and desire, whatever. But for me and mine, can't stand it. Don't care about it. Don't want to watch it. Don't want to see. Like I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, talk to you. I don't nothing.
At all.
I ain't saying that they shouldn't like Becky, but if they was gonna do all of what you said they're gonna do, give that to Bayley first.
And then let Becky be, because
Bayley was the first Grand Slam champion anyway when she won everything there was to win for a woman. Now they got 2 extra belts. Go and give it to her.
Lyra could possibly never go anywhere from here.
Why is it up?
And that's a doggone shame.
I just think that there's a chance Lyra may never win a world title. You got Stephanie, Julia, Jordan. Delta still has to come up eventually. Soul Rucker, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi's got to win it up. There's so many that Lyra could
Lyra had to turn heel.
Yo,
What?
Something breaking just happened. Maybe
something breaking, not wrestling related. The Menendez brothers got their sentence slashed.
What?
Down to 50 years.
I mean, they're already 50. What? They're already 60?
So they still gonna perish incarcerated.
You're done.
I mean, maybe.
They're not living another 50 years.
Yeah, you're cooked.
No, they're immediately eligible for parole now.
Wow.
Yeah, eligible for parole.
You buried the lead.
Eligible
That's what
for
you
parole.
done. I mean,
So their sentence was
Wow.
life. It got slashed to 50 years. Now they're immediately eligible for parole.
Oh yeah, because they've been locked up for like what 30 years.
Yeah, 35 years.
Hey, who slashed their sentence? Huh?
A judge.
OJ.
LA
I'm not
County
black.
Superior
I'm
Court
OJ.
judge.
Get it?
Okay.
Slash. No.
Yeah, y'all stupid. Well, no. Okay, now this I disagree with. I can't agree with that.
Ashley, we're not doing that.
Yeah, Ashley, stop hating. God, no, that's about to piss me off. Stop hating, Ashley.
She's a hater. I ain't gonna lie, she's a hater.
Woman, I'm telling you.
It wasn't for Dakota and her knee and her injuries. That's who would have got it.
That's who would have got it.
Yeah,
but let's be honest.
Dakota.
Bird Lady has found her character during this stretch. She was always a great in-ring worker.
Yeah,
but she has found herself during this last and it was Becky. I mean, I hate to say it, but it was Becky.
Yeah,
she's found herself this last 2-3 months to where she's a very viable upper tier player in the women's division. Like I said, I don't know if she'll ever win a world title, but she's fine.
Who she'll be an upper mid card for the rest of her life?
Yeah, upper mid card, and she's one of those where you can cycle her out through to the main event to give somebody a feud and then send her back down.
I think she's gonna be a Naomi. She'll end up winning a chip, but she'll be on.
Is she gonna win a chip? Is she gonna win a chip like through Money in the Bank or King of the Ring, or are they gonna make her build her up as somebody to win a chip?
She gonna get that natty chip.
I think she's got to be a heel.
I just said that.
Okay. Well, hey, listen.
I just got guessing. It's terrible.
Man, but your likes and dislikes, you're like the opposite of TJ. TJ likes stuff that other people hate just to go against the grain. You dislike.
That's not true. That's not true. Don't say that. We had this conversation last week. You wasn't here. It was me, Blackout, and Sinister.
I was watching. Mm-hmm.
I just like what I like.
Yeah.
I don't like it just.
It's not just a coincidence that like 80% of the shit that you like, the other people, and you'd be like, well, I mean, I'm just me. I like.
Well, see. Here's the thing. See, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're gonna do one day. One day, the Beyond the Bell podcast is not
gonna do anything.
Bye.
I'm sorry.
I did deserve that one.
I'm just saying, it just felt like the right.
Yeah, I was rambling.
Yeah. Need to calm down.
It had just felt like the right time.
I'm just saying, one day.
But okay, one day the Beyond the Bell podcast is gonna do what?
No, it'll be one of those times where we can't go live, and it'll be an episode of the Steel Mill where I get to explain myself before Trick or Trey start talking all over me.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Oh, that was a shot.
Bro, hold up.
Bow.
Hold up. Man, you was talking so fast, you was scared you was gonna get booted.
He was just waiting to get kicked back out, bro.
You right. Because as soon as it happened, I was just like, you know what? Yeah.
You know what? We're at 346 live viewers. Shout out to y'all over on.
They waiting for the first episode of the Steel Mill. That's what it is.
I mean, that sounds like a segment for me that I feel like you should be doing.
The Steel Mill.
You should ask the
Steel
Steel Mill and see if anybody's,
You see how
he's just a hater. Tell you what, this is what we gonna do. We're gonna do a Steel Mill one day. Let me know your schedule, and we'll do a Steel Mill. We'll get it. That's exactly what it's called. The CDC, the Calm Down Corner. I love that.
we're gonna see if
But you see why I call it the Steel Mill.
No, we see, and then you do stuff like this, and
that's why I get kicked out.
You ruined it. Like you ruined it. Just
you act like this Sinners or something. Like you in the boom room or something.
Like you're ruining it. You're ruining it. But anyway, back to Money in the Bank. Stupid. Naomi winning was the perfect way to do it. I am very interested to see who she cashes in on, where she goes from it. But at the same time,
depends on if Tiff still has it by then.
Depends on if Tiff still has it. That is very good.
I honestly think she needs to lose it here soon.
But you said to see who
you think it's time.
Who still has it?
Tiffany.
I think I love Tiff, but I think it's time. It's just it started off strong, and then it just plateaued. In my opinion, I think it's plateaued. But I don't know if it's because they're not being able to showcase her. Like,
I think it's like a lack of the revolving door of challengers. It kind of feels like only the same people can get up there, because how's let's say Lyra, like we were just talking about, gonna elevate to the next level? You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, it used to be somebody would just like, I'm the champion.
Brother, this guy stinks. Get a room. I'm sorry. Go ahead, 211. I had to.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I wanted you to have your moment.
Sorry.
No, seriously. I'm actually really proud of you for that too. That it is catchy.
I mean, we can talk more about it offline, but it's actually something that I've been really thinking about. We'll get into it.
Okay, what's up?
But yeah, like I was saying, like back in the day, people used to come out and just be like, I want a championship match. Like, bump all the rest of y'all. It's my turn.
Mm-hmm. You mean
nobody
like
does that anymore? So now you know what I'm saying, the person who lost the belt is just like, nope, I want it back. And then the person who had it before that is just like, nope, I want it back. So you just got a revolving door of the same 5 people. You
mean like how Rhea Ripley just automatically gets thrust in a title match somehow, some way, always?
Why you think I don't like her?
And like Bianca sometimes.
Huh?
Bianca has not held a title for 3 years now, and she's only had one world title match in that 3 years. I don't want to hear that. But one world title match in 3 years. I don't want to hear that.
I'm like that boy on TikTok. You see what I'm saying?
I would love for Bianca to win Queen of the Ring. I think that's something she needs. But okay, sorry.
But her hand broke all the pieces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was a little twisted.
The men's Money in the Bank was still solid. The men's Money in the Bank was solid. It was a really good match.
It was. Yeah.
I think it's probably one of the better ones we've seen in the last few years. But
it didn't have as many high flyers as,
and that was why that was why El Grande got put in the match. I think.
Yeah.
I would have thought that.
He was taking some crazy ass bumps. Oh my god! Because
shout out to Chelsea Green for letting him borrow his boots too.
Three matches. 3 matches.
He wrestled once. What are you talking about?
One match. He looked pretty banged up to me.
Yeah, he looked banged. I'm not gonna lie. Chad is in we're gonna step away from kayfabe for a second. He is definitely proving his worth right now. I know a lot of people hate the El Grande Americano character. Some people feel it's racist. Some people feel it's campy. Me personally, I enjoy it. I think it's great.
I think those people take wrestling too seriously.
It brings out a level of him. Like, to tap into, because after the Wyatt 6 thing, I think it's like the Damian Priest run. Like you get given something. We see what you're gonna do with, like how they gave him Bad Bunny. And it's like, all right, we trust you with this. We trusted you with the Wyatt 6, and let's see how we build you up next. And
I would
think
love an
with
El
this character,
Grande Americano versus Bad Bunny match.
hey, if he does that, he guaranteed to get a championship. He guaranteed gonna carry this. He definitely gonna get that.
Carrying the Intercontinental belt.
I just want him to get. I just want him to get some gold. I want him to get some.
Yeah,
gold.
get something.
I think with
It's
the
like
performance he's putting on now, that's world title worthy, in my opinion.
As who? El Grande or Chad Gable? Did he freeze?
El Grande.
Okay. Hey,
so it's weird because it's weird because I'm looking at it like.
I'm sorry.
Did he freeze too?
He did. Well, oh no, he didn't.
No, I'm not. No, because like you ever had one of those conundrums where it was like you know exactly what you want to say, but it won't happen because it's like I love Chad Gable getting a title. I love it, but like I think the El Grande. So I'm gonna say this. This was actually my idea. This was one of those years where you don't need a Money in the Bank story. I would have loved for El Grande to win Money in the Bank and then cash in on the AAA championship. I'd have loved that.
That's very smart.
That would have gave more eyes to the product. That would have been cold, right?
Because
which one of them was in the Money in the Bank? El Grande was in the Money in the Bank.
El Grande was in Money in the Bank.
Now, what if
on video? Oh, I'm sorry.
I would have let him win it on Triple Mania. I would have let him cash in at Triple Mania.
When is Triple Mania?
It's
this Saturday or next Saturday?
Oh, okay.
I think it's next. I thought it was next Saturday.
It might be next Saturday.
You didn't see the build up, the promo for it during Worlds Collide?
Side note, and let me backtrack 1 second. Speaking of build up to Worlds Collide, them vignettes pre-match all night. Oh,
hey, it felt like old school WWF back then.
What? It felt like Backlash 1998 or something again.
I mean, that never happened.
This weekend.
Like
this weekend?
Is this weekend?
What time?
Look at the historian.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on Peacock.
No.
Well, so no, I'm gonna be honest with you. If they were smart, I would run it back on YouTube again. Now that you have a WWE audience wanting to watch stuff like that, I would throw it on YouTube.
Throw it on YouTube and X. Speedy, baby.
Yeah.
Is Mexico on a different time zone? I feel like I should know this, but
they're on Pacific, I think.
So apparently the deal with WWE has not been finished yet. They're saying it won't be finished until the second half of 2025. So that's probably why they're on Peacock.
This is this. Are you talking about WWE and Peacock or WWE and AAA?
WWE and AAA. That deal's not finished yet. They haven't fully ingested AAA yet.
Ingested? Ooh.
No. You know
that was the word that I wanted. That was the word I wanted to say. Because realistically, that's what they're gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna put a lot of words. There's gonna be a lot of people. There's gonna be a lot of people that get cut from AAA.
We already know the first one.
No, because he's running it back. They're running that. That's the main event.
Steel cage match.
Well, I saw the little thing where he attacked him.
You saw it when he attacked him?
Yeah.
So steel cage match for the AAA championship. And it's like, okay,
I don't think they're gonna give it back to him, though.
I hope they don't.
God, they're not gonna give it back to him. But I'm talking about when it finalizes, he ain't gonna be there for the finalization of the company.
I might need to try to find and watch this somewhere.
I got you. I already got a link. Yeah, I already got a AAA link. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Because the crazy thing is the Nemeth brothers are gonna be there. Dolph is so that's how you know the WWE acquisition hasn't finished yet, because Dolph is wrestling on the AAA show.
But Lost Guards are gonna be on there too.
Yeah. Like
it's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be dope.
Liddy.
Did you say Diddy?
No, I said Liddy. L-I-T-T-Y.
I was about to say, sir, no.
Alberto Del Gomez.
No Diddy.
Yeah, hey,
Alberto Del Gomez.
Del Gomez.
I'm telling you, he gonna be up out of there. As soon as they acquire that company, he gonna be up out of there.
He need to be. He don't need to be nowhere.
Especially when Paige come back. Oh, he gone.
I hope she don't. But
I really
sorry,
hope she don't.
I'm not gonna do that.
She coming back.
The men's Money in the Bank.
They ought to not talk so much with their chest if they gonna come back.
No, that's what happens. Now you got to eat all that on the way back in.
Exactly.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
That's why Cody. Look, listen.
It's cool to have a boss who listens to you. You was a general manager with a busted old broke neck and all that old stuff. You was collecting a check.
He is going off on a tangent right now, so we're going to go. So we are gonna go to where? The calm down corner. Like he was going in just now.
Look, when you start going, and another thing, and I'm gonna tell you something else.
Let me tell you something, brother. Like,
no, don't tell me nothing.
Don't tell me nothing.
You might call me a.
Yeah, look, bro, not a brother.
I had
not a brother.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah, not a brother.
Like there was no give in this fist.
There was no. You was feeling that one, bro.
When he looked off to the side, you knew it was real.
So the Money in the Bank match was phenomenal. Well, the men's was, I don't want to say phenomenal. It was great. It was, but okay. The two biggest things from that match,
Jacob Fatu.
I hate you, Solo.
Hey, look, and then he did the Samoa drop on Bronson Reed. I said,
bro,
he got that man up there. I said,
understand something, bro.
That's a bad.
Jacob Fatu,
world champion next year.
One of those people that Triple H cannot afford to mishandle.
Lose. No, he can't lose, mishandle. He can't. He got to be unstoppable.
He gotta be. He cannot afford to mishandle Jacob because Jacob.
One of a kind. He got to be like Omar's level when Omar's first came in.
It took long enough to get him there. I'm just thankful that he's there. But like he said, he wouldn't have been ready for everything they're doing for him had he gone before he went now.
He had to grow into his
position. Him and that Braun stare down.
Bruh. Yeah, we was talking about that earlier. Him and Braun, like we said though, that's a WrestleMania main event 3 years from now.
No, you know what else is a WrestleMania main event? Jacob Fatu versus Gunther.
Oh, absolutely. You know what else could be? Jacob Fatu versus Obafemi.
Jacob Fatu versus Rusev.
Like they're not a main event. Rusev, not a Mania main event.
Not a Mania main event.
But I would be fine with that being a US championship match on like a King of the Ring.
That's a main event.
I would be fine with that.
That's a regular advertised main event. That's not a
special you advertise that main event, absolutely.
When did they even
Jacob and Alistair would be fire. Look, y'all said, and we said Oba and Jacob, Oba and Gunther.
We still need a Jacob and Roman solo.
Oh my God, we're not ready for that.
We need a Jacob and Roman.
We're not ready for that. We're not ready for that.
Jacob,
and remember, back in the day, I said he was the one that should have turned face and joined Roman's team eventually. And he ain't gonna join Roman's team, but I'm glad I'm happy for the face turn. But he don't need to be a bubblegum white meat baby face.
Oh, that ain't happening.
He need to look.
I mean, he still need to
be that guy. He need to be that guy.
He need to be
where
like
he needs to be 98 Austin, where he just comes out, wreck shop, leave. Don't slap hands with the fans. He ain't kissing bait. I don't want to see none of that. I want Jacob Fatu to stay Jacob Fatu, but he just beat up all the bad guys. Cool with that.
I see, and
he starts with Solo.
I'm so upset because like I could see Montez on some shit like that. Like
I could too. Absolutely.
Real like
Montez should be pre-end of Corporation right before he turned face rock, where like he was doing his catchphrases and the fans was responding, but he's like, I didn't tell y'all to sing along with me, but he would still do it, and he needs that's Montez.
That's a little thing where them Instagram promos he be doing.
Yes,
boy.
Jacob Fatu is the sauce, man. The sauce. He is. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
What does that mean?
I have not.
He got the sauce, baby.
He's it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it in context, but why is the word sauce?
Because he's
just the sauce.
Got the sauce.
Like without the sauce, you wouldn't
flavor.
Have.
He's the main ingredient in the course. He's
like you can't have noodles.
He's the drip.
He made it work. He made it work. Yeah, all right.
Just Jesus,
God.
Like we was rolling to it, and he was like,
"What is the sauce?"
Nigga, just I'm sorry.
Oh Lord.
Go
ahead and put you out.
Lord.
That thing slipped. Oh Lord, Stanley.
Lord.
Welcome back, guys.
You're welcome.
Welcome back to Beyond the Bell. The biggest thing though that came from that match was the turn. I love that they let him get physical because this is the start of his Batista push.
Who, Jacob? Yeah.
Yes. When Batista heard Triple H talk about he was the one that set up JBL to try to run him over, and then
Now,
they
how
turned him.
many times are we gonna do this though?
How many times are we gonna do what?
The Evolution callback.
Well, it's okay because I mean we haven't done it since Batista.
No, we done it with Bailey in the women's division.
Oh, we did do it with Bailey and Damage Control.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I look at it like this.
Bailey.
That served the purpose for WrestleMania.
Right.
This served the purpose to get him broken away just completely from the Bloodline because he's gonna get a solo match, and I think he's gonna be done with them. Like with Batista, that was to start that whole trilogy of matches. And then with Bailey, that was to sell the whole WrestleMania Bailey Royal Rumble push. But with this one, this is oh, I love this.
Oh, France!
I be loving this, bro.
Oh wow. Oh, do you want to see a unique theme park?
I mean, I don't care what he's talking about, but I be loving the international fandom. Yeah.
Hey, look at Black.
Want to see a unique theme park? Is it Disneyland France?
What?
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I do want to go to France, but I don't.
Hey,
that's not what we
did you
talking
go to
about.
Mr. St. Luke?
I ain't been outside the country yet.
Did you go to
I've been to
France?
France.
Give me a plane ticket, St.
You been
Louis.
to France, Black?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, that's nice.
Fancy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I ain't been out the country. I only been out the
Where they
state
have
like
the
4
where they have
times.
the movie festival, Cannes. I think
The
it's
Cannes Festival.
Con.
See,
Hey, look.
see.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
That's the only word.
Buongiorno.
No, I'm kidding. I ain't gonna go in on Bree this week. She was mad at me all
Seth-
last week.
Seth winning Money in the Bank makes sense. The only other person in the match, and even then, I still don't think it would have done it, is LA Knight. Seth was the obvious choice for Money in the Bank this year. With everything that he has going on, with all the promo work that he's been doing, it just makes sense.
But LA Knight can never be Money in the Bank anymore after this. You already had 3 tries.
I'm not even gonna. Okay.
What the heck?
Google Translate.
I was gonna, but I'm not gonna.
That's LA Knight cannot be in another Money in the Bank ladder match, especially if he's not going to win.
But that's not true.
Yeah,
That's not true.
Yeah, he can.
Because
I think so.
I seen somewhere that this was Naomi's 5th. So LA got
It
2
ain't
more.
over.
before
And
it's
think about it. Shelton Benjamin and
look
Shelton
at the
Benjamin was in
different
3 or 4.
But is Shelton Benjamin and LA Knight on the same level?
They could have been. And realistically, and hold on. No. Shelton Benjamin is more accomplished than LA Knight.
Yes, I get it. But the star power and the level that he's at, I get the.
You're looking at it from a
differently.
personal side. You're
I'm
looking at it. That's a
I'm
personal.
looking at it as far as reach wise. And plus I know the different eras is different, and especially how social media plays in today's thing.
Now, you know what? I can counteract LA Knight. Chris Jericho. Jericho was in 3 and didn't win 1.
Wow, and he created the match.
But Jericho won championships.
LA Knight's won 2 U.S. titles.
I'm talking about world titles. I ain't talking about mid.
He was TNA world champion. That's not true.
That's a world title.
He was?
I was a world title. That's a world title.
What are casual fans looking at?
That's a world. It don't see.
If you got the channel,
that's a world title.
Nobody knows Eli Drake from TNA if they didn't watch TNA.
Stop, dummy. Yeah,
dummy. Yeah.
Yes, they do. And you know how I know that? Because I watched TNA.
Dummy.
The normal fans wasn't watching TNA.
Yeah.
They went under with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He formed NWO.
Yeah.
Dixie Carter.
Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
You see what I started?
I forgot how much I loved Eli Drake. I loved Eli Drake.
And that was just a random, like I said, I pulled that out my behind.
Yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
We gotta get. Hey, you gotta add that to the.
I gotta add that to the sound effects, bro.
No, do not add that to the sound effects. So you gonna play it every time after I talk, and I'm gonna get mad.
Hey, look, we gonna say some Dutch. You like this? He gonna kick you out.
Dummy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get mad. Come back in the joint like this.
No, I feel what you're saying. I'm like this. I'm like this when it comes to LA Knight. We've seen this multiple times with him, period. But also like this. If we're gonna feel that way about Money in the Bank, we gotta feel that way about the Rumble too.
I agree.
Damn, so you just don't want him featured at all if he's not gonna win. So
No,
what's the point of him being there?
It's not that I don't want him featured. I think just for these high profile showcase matches, are you going to constantly do the Daniel Bryan where you're going to let him
the tease at the end when he came back up the ladder and Seth was, and then wasn't I was like, oh, this nigga dead ass about to win Money in the Bank. No, do not give it to LA Knight.
And then
they didn't. And I was like, okay, cool.
Fall down.
But there was a chance that he could have.
For a saying it's just. Oh, blackout. You're supposed to be reining them in, bro. You're supposed to be reining them in, bro. he said, "Don't put it on me."
But I think my strife with it is that LA's push. We seen like the slow burn crap is gonna kill the momentum, and I just don't see him even touching.
I don't think they have any plans to make him that guy. He's 40, 42, 43?
They'll let him get one.
John Cena is 67.
I don't think they're gonna get LA Knight one.
I think the time for him to get one has already passed, and that's because Roman. I mean, that's Roman's fault.
He was Charles Barkley and John Stockton and Karl Malone.
That
came in the wrong era.
Just like Austin Theory. If Roman was not champion, Austin Theory under Vince.
Oh yeah, Vince would have built him up. Vince would have gave him a strap. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think LA's Knight's time, like once you keep doing this, you be like, well, about damn time. It's not gonna really.
Let's see.
It's not gonna be really what you think it is once it gets there. Like, come on, like
y'all might have missed it, but he put an extra S on LA's Knights.
Who? All right. Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say who's gonna. Good job.
Welcome back.
When I do it,
trying to keep the brother man out of the other man now.
When I do
Let's see. I'm looking to see who's been in the most Money in the Bank. Who's been in the most Money in the Bank?
It ain't Shelton Benjamin.
Okay, Kane's been in 7. Kofi's been in 6.
Kofi ain't winning.
Christian, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. Well, no, Drew won one though. Drew won one. So he was in 5. He was in 5 before he won one. Randy Orton was in 4 before he won his first one.
But they have won championships.
So you're only concerned with people who haven't won championships that have been in a bunch of them. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I think as far as his push, like for
Cody was in 4 and didn't win one. Cody was in 4 Money in the Banks and didn't win one. And he didn't win a world title. If we're talking only WWE, he just won his first world title. So LA Knight's not, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like the precedence is there. Like AJ. AJ's been in 2. 2 is kind of sketchy. 3, let's see. 3, Sami Zayn.
But AJ won.
AJ never won Money in the Bank.
No, I'm saying he won WWE Championship.
He won a championship.
Now Sami, God bless
Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn's been in the same amount as LA Knight. 3. They both been in 3, and neither one of them have won a world title.
Man, Sami's gonna win it off of King of the Ring.
Shinsuke.
If that happened,
I'm sorry. Sorry, don't get me to the 2 levels.
What were you about to say?
No, because he was leaning into what I was thinking. Like Jey lost the belt to Gunther, and then Sammy's on this ascent.
Oh yeah, that's no. So okay, and we're gonna
if
talk
he
about
wins King of the Ring and beats Gunther, I'm cutting it off for like.
I'm cutting it smooth off. If they're making Sami Zayn the next Daniel Bryan, I'm cutting it off. I promise.
They could have just had him turn on Jey.
Y'all,
that would have been better.
Triple H guy. He's a Triple H guy.
I'm cutting it smooth off. So is Gunther though. That's the thing.
I'm cutting that smooth.
LA, you know what? LA Knight's one of those guys that could go to AEW for a cup of coffee and get a world title run.
Yep.
I doubt it.
But
I think so.
If
I
Jey
think he has the notoriety,
champion,
especially with the Slim Jim deal. I think
LA.
he has the notoriety to go there, and he's a former WWE guy that Tony would trust because he can talk and he can wrestle.
Man, we said that about Adam Cole. We said that about damn
Cole got hurt. Cole is an anomaly. Cole got hurt twice. Cole don't count.
He broke his leg all the pieces, and then
during the biggest run of his career, and he just never got that momentum back. And he had that concussion issue during the Fatal 4-Way match. So
Cole but now he's just on commentary every week.
Yeah, as the TNT champion though.
And I'm just like, bro, get in the ring.
You stupid. I think that Seth winning was inevitable, especially considering the main event. Logan Paul and Cody versus Jey and Cena. I'm sorry, Logan Paul and Cena versus Jey and Cody. Now, I'm gonna throw this out here. I know I might be reaching. But helping Cody Rhodes is detrimental to a world title run for you.
Yes. Because you're gonna
think about it. Seth Rollins helped Cody the night before Mania. What happened to Seth?
Lost at the first match the next night.
Jey Uso helped Cody.
Injuries.
Got beat down and tsunami'd, and then what happened?
Injuries
the next night.
Both of them were injured.
I do think Jey is injured.
Both of them are injured. Seth was injured.
Yeah, Seth was really hurt.
And Jey,
I do think Jey
What's wrong with Jey? His ribs.
I think his rib.
I think something is actually wrong, and they're selling it the rib. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I think he's injured. But the tag match was cool. Logan did his thing as usual. All you Logan Paul in-ring haters, he's a piece of human being. I know he is. I'm never gonna denounce that. But in ring, that boy can go. He was the best wrestler.
What hurt Jey was the flip.
Logan was the best wrestler in the ring at Money in the Bank in the main event.
Oh yeah, of that match, yeah.
Of that match, he was the best wrestler.
Besides the botch.
What botch?
Okay, wait. What was his botch? I'm trying to remember.
When he did the slingshot lariat.
Lariat. Yeah, the buckshot. Yeah. But he made up for it with the Tanahashi moonsault through the announce table. He made up for it.
But I think that's where Jey ended up getting hurt.
I think so, possibly. Of course, the biggest takeaway from that match, Ron Killings comes back.
I didn't look. Tripp's gonna piss me off on that one though. Don't sit here and say, "Oh yeah, it was all a part of the plan." No, that shit wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, not at all.
It wasn't a work. That wasn't a work.
For real.
When we found out that Nick Khan was involved in bringing Truth back, it wasn't a work.
That was definitely
like that was one of those times where you could say, "Listen, y'all wanted them back, so we gave." Like we would actually appreciate you more if you come out and say, "Y'all wanted Truth back, so we brought him back for y'all."
We saw the
now
backlash.
I feel like you listening to us.
But because see, even then, any other time, it's always real in the press conference. It's always real.
Yeah,
it's straight up real. Like somebody asked, like we get tired of people bringing up Vince in the press conference. They be asking the dumbest questions like that's like it's gonna get answered. But even then, like just be truthful, and honest. Because I was watching Busted Open Radio last night. I was going through watching like when they spoke on the True situation. I know he popped up on there with Natalia today. Like Mark Henry brought it up, Bubba brought it up. Like the fact is, you're willing to let him go, and he was gonna take. You know, he could have went to AEW, and he could have taken the WWE, and they would have played off of that. Oh, hey, you're Dean Ambrose. Yeah, could have made a whole joke out of it.
Not that you're Dean Ambrose.
You're Ricochet. Like literally, Tony would have been like, "Yeah, you bringing money straight to me," because he gonna pay Truth. He would have paid him off real.
Yeah, Truth would have got a little bag. I ain't gonna hold you. Truth
he got a bag. Because it's like, bro, you comedian, but also you can still go. So I can let you wrestle as long as you still bring that same fire and that energy. Because
you know why I think. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
You know why I think Triple H did that? Now I didn't see the media scrum or nothing like that. But the reason why I think he says, "Oh, it's all a part of the show," is because I don't know if y'all saw it, but I saw it. They started with hashtag we want LA Night, hashtag we want this. It starts a slippery slope to where the fans think they can hijack the company, period, and bring back whoever they want to bring back. So if Triple H says, "Oh yeah, it was all a part of the show," it says y'all ain't had nothing to do with this. We did this all along.
So I think that's going to end up leading into what happens with Karrion Kross next, because if we paying attention to the contract stuff, if they don't renew that man contract, I'm gonna be really.
It's gonna get hijacked.
I'm gonna be pissed because my thing is,
they're gonna bring him back.
We gonna put on main event. How many times we gonna keep this man on main event? And granted, he makes the best of his 2-minute segments and being in the background. Like he said it on his Instagram. He's like, "Man, I could be in the background and I make it meaningful. People just be standing in the background. I make that thing meaningful. I could be there with a New Day and y'all would just be looking like, damn, what Karrion Kross got going on?"
Nah, that's facts though. That's facts.
And I just don't get how getting over by yourself is a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
Y'all ain't even had to do no work. They did all the leg work, and all you got to do is print money.
And then he's putting his own money into producing all of these things that he's putting out. Like when Shotzi came out and said, I've watched this man put into his own. All right, Ashley, see,
now you just started.
You about to get
real quick to some of our biggest supporters. Miami the Great from the Talk It Up podcast. We appreciate the love. Of course, Jay Watt, our boys over at Sports for You Wrestling. We appreciate the love y'all boys showing tonight. But continue on carrying, because I mean,
Ashley is about to take me.
She's a hater. She's a hater.
She been hating all night. Gatorade, but like carrying. It really upsets me because again, like I know all of us I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I know from what we have been through, we've expressed how much we really like Karrion Kross. Karrion has it, but I think initially when coming to the main roster and when he got released, when Vince did what he did to him, he lost a lot of momentum coming back into WWE.
Absolutely.
But just like 90s Ron Simmons.
Yes, but when he came back, and you put him high in the bar and put him in the fold with the Bloodline and stick him with Roman, you like, I was ready. Oh snap, where it's going? Then you put him with Drew, and he's like, oh, where we going with this? And then they kind of just dwindled down. But even then, he made use of what he's had, even with the Final Testament. I didn't too much care for the Final Testament stuff.
Nobody did.
Like, I didn't care for the second verse,
but it could have been great. AOP in today's WWE is out of place. But there's room for him. It's just because the tag division is just so cheeks. They didn't have anything to do. Paul Ellering could have been just as good on the mic as Paul is with his stable, but they just didn't give him time to speak. It's just like they do these things to where the concept is phenomenal, but the execution is flawed.
Because they don't want the superstars to really touch it. Like I don't get it. Like when you have a great idea, like the writing room should be like, you know what? Damn, Karrion, I see where you're going. And I think with Karrion has the mind of Bray Wyatt. Like him and Bray Wyatt, they remind me a lot of each other. Like the complexity of like their thoughts and how they want to go and how they want to storytell. It's just, I think Karrion is
one of those guys that they don't want to not, and I don't want to speak for the right, but they don't. It's like when you're in that writing room, you have this idea and these visions for certain people. Mm-hmm. They know if they get behind Karrion Kross and the fans are starting to get behind him, they have to book him as a main eventer. And I just don't think they want to.
But my thing is, like, he can be that. I mean, look at what he's done in NXT. Granted, he's not NXT Karrion Kross, but again, that level of transcending, you being that.
I don't think he'll ever get back to that level, though. Just because the mystery was there. Like, people know what Karrion Kross can do now. Like, remember the mystery behind Karrion Kross coming in from Killer Kross and attacking Ciampa and then beating Keith Lee? Like, the mystique was so high, we didn't know. And then the entrance was just another level. There was just so much that we did not know. So all we had to go off of for fans who were just enveloped in the wrestling, not people who knew who he was outside of WWE NXT, but people who just knew who only Karrion Kross was. The mystery was so high,
right,
that it was like, well, I gotta watch it. It's enthralling at this point.
Too much damage. So pretty much you saying
too much damage. He should have never lost to Jeff Hardy. So I'm not one of those people that completely rips apart everything that Vince did on the main roster because hey, some stuff works, some doesn't. But he should have never lost to Jeff Hardy. And they should have never took his entrance away. They were fine taking Scarlett away. And if he was going to lose, to build him up to needing Scarlett to come back and find himself is a different thing. But losing to Jeff via roll-up his first match, it just was whatever after that point.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, with Truth, I respect the fact that they brought it back. They understand. I think now it's all like before they wouldn't have done it, but the fact that the business is booming the way that it is, and the way that like the outrage and how Truth's t-shirt, with the Cena, the
Ron Cena merch,
the Ron Cena shirt, how that was like that was really topping.
But they are smart as hell because they put it back up after he came back, and now it's sold out again.
And see, and that's the thing. It's so that
you're gonna win the world championship. Watch.
I guess that's what pisses me off a little bit about TKO sometimes. I get it's a business. I get the business. Granted, look, it ain't personal, it's business. I get it. But damn it, everything got to be money hungry. Like now, granted, I did hear some rumblings. It may just be a rumor about them being in some debt or something like that.
I've been hearing that TK, not WWE, but I've been hearing that TKO is
as a whole,
which makes sense because who's watching UFC nowadays?
And they said I think WWE is their influx of
person.
money. WWE has been their influx of money. What's been bringing in a lot of like makeup residual. So I saw that again. I don't know how true that
which is where a lot of the cost cutting measures and stuff are coming in too now, because now it's just about maintaining the bottom line.
Right.
You don't own a business. You don't understand.
Why don't they cost cut UFC? I can't name a single person in UFC aside from Bruce Buffer.
Pay-per-view
numbers.
They do good numbers.
They still do millions in pay-per-view buys. They still do. And that's where, but that's the model. So that's also why, you know, the whole Peacock thing is still, no matter what, will always be a thing because the numbers are still always going to equate to it. But when you bring somebody like Truth back and you show us that you're listening to us, okay, where's the rest of the listening though? Like, don't just give me that. Yeah, that's as far as
that's what I was saying earlier. It creates a very slippery slope because it's going to create. We want this person because what is it? The releases and cuts is always going to happen.
Always
it's going to be that one person.
But that's the crazy thing. The issue is it's so publicized now. I remember watching and seeing the Godwins not show up on my TV in '98. They got released. Like,
and next thing you know, there was Southern Justice on WCW.
Exactly. Right. Spring cleaning always has happened. It has never not happened. It's just because it's so publicized now. That's why people, because there was so many times where people would just show up on somewhere else and you'd be like, I ain't even know they ain't got cut. Shout out to the 400 live viewers right now, bro.
But let me ask this question.
YG 400
Carlito. Because I want Carlito. Pause.
Whoa.
I never thought, me personally, I never thought Carlito should have got re-signed. I thought it was a cool one-off.
Cool attraction for like.
I think it was I thought it was a cool one-off, and you could have left it in Puerto Rico. Him coming back was cool. So this was my thing about Carlito. Carlito is a veteran who's probably needed in the locker room, but he's another R-Truth. You use him only for the comedy stuff. And then if they're already gonna have Truth doing that, you don't have room for Carlito to be doing it too, especially if you're moving away from Judgment Day.
You have room for it, but you need to do it on the opposite brand because having on the same brand is kind of. But they had Truth floating back and forth, doing Raw, SmackDown, finding himself in different areas. So like,
Truth had no perception of reality. He didn't know where he was.
Yeah,
little Jimmy.
Now Ron Killings know exactly where he at.
And
out there looking like Coolio, rest in peace.
And they bet not mess this one up.
They're gonna. I mean, listening to 211, he made a very valid point, though. He could win a world title off of this.
I would love it because, again, like I think if John really wanted to do the job for somebody, it would be Ron.
And you know how to work.
I would be okay with him winning the world title, and then the same night, Seth cashing in.
Yep.
The level of heat.
I was thinking that, or if Seth holds it, if Sammy wins King of the Ring, faces Gunther at SummerSlam, and granted, like how we talked about, it kind of be that Daniel Bryan moment. And then next thing you know, you get to cash in, and then all the world comes crashing down.
So I think the big thing is, let's get ready to move into Raw. And I mean, as y'all know, a lot happened on Raw. We're gonna talk about Cena and Cena and Punk. We're gonna talk about the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring qualifiers. But the biggest thing that came out of Monday was Gunther ending the 51-day reign of Jey Uso, which I'm a little inebriated now, so I'm feeling a little better.
Couple libations.
I'm feeling a little better about it. Oh, and shout out to Cody. I mean, we already knew this, but shout out to Cody finally admitting that they were drunk at that press conference with him.
No, really?
Like Cody just came straight out and said it. I'm not gonna lie, we were drunk.
Do you feel him, sir?
Have y'all watched his podcast yet?
Yes, yeah. I was watching when I was on the phone with you earlier. I was watching the Damian Priest.
Is it interview.
Good? I was just getting into it, but I mean, it's pretty decent. The Brandy interview, it was all right.
Is it on just audio version?
No, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. It's on the WWE YouTube page.
Did you ever watch more of Stephanie's? Because I never got past the first one with Stephanie.
No, I'm waiting till
I don't like her interview style.
Yeah, I think it's too. I I can't even put my I can't even put my finger on it.
I feel like Stephanie would have very pointed interviews. Like if she had a UFC person, like every other word is UFC.
Yeah,
Got you.
Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, how did UFC affect your life growing up, even though your parents were, drug addicts? It's like UFC had nothing to do with it.
I think more of a Miz type style narration would be more of what I would want.
It's always weird with people with insider knowledge and stuff doing stuff like this because it's just like it comes across as a business thing.
Like
we do it for the
Taker does
love.
it.
Yeah, like we do it for the love of wrestling because we're wrestling fans. Like when they do it, it's just like a business thing.
Speaking of Taker, he had to go into emergency heart surgery.
He had to go into emergency heart surgery. Prayers up for him. Don't want anything to bad. Taker.
He did what?
He
had
to
to go in for emergency heart surgery
after WrestleMania 41.
The Undertaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Calloway.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Shouts out, prayers.
Yeah.
Surgery
when the fuck they going back to Puerto Rico? So
I
don't want them to trade. Logan Paul's the best celebrity wrestler we've ever seen. Everybody that hates him, it is what it is. Get over it. He ain't going nowhere. I do think Backlash should have been a yearly event in Puerto Rico.
Yes. Either Puerto Rico or France. One of the two.
I hated that
Puerto
French
Rico
crowd. God, I hated that French crowd.
Puerto Rico.
I think it's because
that's where the Cody roll. That's where that. That's where all that got started. They can keep that over there.
Oh man,
I can't stand it. As soon as they started doing that in Poughkeepsie, I was just like, "Look, I didn't have enough."
Not Poughkeepsie.
Hey, real quick.
I don't know where Poughkeepsie is. It's just a random place
Kentucky?
I heard of.
Hey,
it's in Kentucky.
Y'all want to see how the seats in AEW would look if it would have went over to Puerto Rico?
What?
You want to see how the seats look?
What you got? You so stupid. God, you're childish. But moving over to Raw, Gunther defeats Jey Uso.
Damn, you gonna start off with it? Damn.
The writing was on the wall.
I knew it was gonna happen. When you got your son with you, you know it's a wrap. When you got your son with you, yeah.
That's what did it for me. Bringing your son out.
They try to murk you in front of your kids. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you see what happened to Chad.
But it's crazy because that's why I'm rocking. Like I said, that's why I'm not cut up or nothing. I'm feeling some type of way. But it's crazy because I finally started buying into Jey Uso as World Heavyweight Champion.
It started thinking with me, bro. Because at first I was like, nah. I love it. But nah.
I was with him the whole time.
But
Gunther
then,
winning.
You started to get the...
Listen, when you get...
It's like, come on, y'all got me.
I was like, especially when he would turn around and hit the... Like, that was my guy. Like, I loved it. And especially the 4 letters. One word. Like, and I never even cared about the yeet. It was just the 4 letters, one word, setup that just was like, got you. No, and there it goes. Nobody is safe. No champion is safe. But I also look at it as a business decision. The Goldberg match looming.
Gotta give it to him.
Gotta give it to him.
But Goldberg's been hurt.
Look, you gonna walk smooth out?
I'll cut the lease of my apartment. Goldberg come on my television.
But I will also say this: I think it's setting up for Ilya Dragunov to come back and win King of the Ring and give us that match at SummerSlam.
I doubt it.
I think so, man. I'm telling
person coming up.
I doubt it.
I think he's the mystery person. I think he's the mystery person.
The hell off if it ain't Karrion Kross.
Oh no, it's not gonna be Karrion. Bro, I'm gonna tell you that now. You might as well go and be. They're not putting him in. They're not putting him in a showcase. They're not putting Karrion Kross in a showcase position.
And like, that's not happening. To go.
I think they put the belt on Gunther to give Gunther, because that was also the other thing about a lot of people in his first championship run. After Randy Orton,
he didn't have nobody.
And
you can't really say that he had any with Cody because Cody wasn't even for the chip. It was just for the little
bragging rights.
Right. So, I mean, granted, it would have been a great match for the championship, but we already knew during that run, Cody would have won.
And that's actually another great point, too. If Gunther lost again, what would he have done?
Going back after the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship.
That's terrible.
They would have done Imperium versus whatever Seth group's name is. They just would have had to find.
Can't do Imperium because Ludwig is chilling, and then who's the third member?
They're gonna find. Ilya.
And I was thinking that too.
Ilya. But
Like,
hey, ain't gonna lie, Lou had been chilling.
Tell me that story.
ASAP, because my boy was moving the ring.
My boy was talking. Story too.
Shit. No, tell me the story of Ilya
Dragunov.
Well, yeah, but I didn't mean to say his last name. I meant to say joining Imperium.
It's more of a respect.
He can't just come back and be in Imperium.
It's a respect thing. Because they were such fierce rivals.
I think
it's one of those things where, of course, here we go again, and Trigger pointed it out earlier, and now I hate it. You put him with Gunther to build him back up after that loss, to have them turn on him, have him be the one to dethrone Gunther, but that's another Batista build.
I mean, that's cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Ilya showed up Monday night, and it was just like, you come with me, join it.
Well, no, you wouldn't do it Monday. I don't think you do it Monday.
But you see what I'm saying? It's like,
no, you don't do it. No, you don't do that this Monday. He's coming back to be a part of the tournament, and for me, I think that's what's happening to possibly try to win the tournament or something. Like, you don't do the Imperium thing now.
I think it's like he would kind of
it's not immediate
distance. He would watch him from a distance and kind of eye him, and then kind of come out to the ring like, because Ilya has a respect for the ring, just like Gunther. Ilya treats the ring
that Gunther
just
does.
Like Gunther. The ring general, look, he gonna be the ring captain, the ring admiral.
You know the rankings better than us.
No, I mean that.
I don't know the rankings.
You know the ranking too. I mean, shoot, he a sailor, you know.
Oh yeah.
Rear admiral, whatever.
I'm the lowest. I'm civilian.
You're a seaman. You're a seaman. No,
seaman recruit.
I ain't even that.
He's an E1.
He's a seaman recruit. Sorry.
Yeah, he's a seaman recruit.
No, you.
No, look.
I'm medically not able.
Yeah, you definitely ain't.
Yeah, you are not FFB.
Yeah, you are not able.
Huh?
FFB,
they let us in there now?
Fit for full duty.
Oh, so since we on the match, before we move off of it, I think personally this is probably Jay's best match.
You think what?
Jay's best singles match.
I still think it's Seth, but I'm not mad if y'all say Gunther. I'm not mad at it. I still think Seth.
I think that was the better of the four showing.
Oh yeah, that was his. I'm tossed up between this Monday and the King of the Ring match.
In the what match?
The King of the Ring match. I thought that was their best one, but this one probably does. It probably does.
I think it's because of the adversity was believable more in this match, and the fact that Gunther was lighting him up. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
so he was gonna have to get some receipts because the way that he was. The rib?
The
rib? Oh yeah, you got to see me. Nah, for real, for sure.
Yeah,
you just got to see me.
But I think it was the right thing, especially with Seth and the briefcase.
Yes.
Earlier in the night, like I see Seth cashing in on the World Heavyweight Championship and on Raw, but once again,
you never know. Nobody
is safe.
And not to mention the draft coming. So it's like, where do you want Seth?
Right. But Seth is a better heel champion than he is a face champion.
Always. I mean, let's be honest. Name me a great face champion in the last 5 years. Well,
Cody Rhodes.
It can't be because Roman was champ for 4 of them. Let's go 10. In the last 10 years, name me a great face champion.
Cody Rhodes.
Daniel Bryan.
I'll give you Cody. That's 1.
Daniel Bryan.
Let's see. 10 years from now would have been 2015. No.
He's outside the window?
He's outside the window.
AJ Styles.
He wasn't face.
Sad. He was in that 2018.
Oh, he was?
He was that year. That 1 year run he was.
I'm thinking of the one where he lost it to John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no. Remember, he won it again, and that was the year run. That's when Daniel Bryan turned on him, and then Kofi beat him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give you AJ Styles.
Wait, no. I say Kofi Rhodes. Wow.
I mean, are we going to?
I'm not giving you Kofi. I'm not giving you Kofi. Not great face champion.
Kofi.
I mean, decent.
It was great for the culture, but as a whole for wrestling, it wasn't.
Yeah.
To the caliber of what we talking about. Okay.
That's like because I would love to say I would love to say Big E, but he didn't have a great run.
He didn't.
Okay.
He had a meaningful cash in, but his run wasn't.
Yeah, and the Drew match at Crown Jewel was good, but that's it. So that's the thing. There's not really a great because even Seth's World Heavyweight Championship run was not great.
Drew's wasn't good either.
Drew's wasn't good either. Well, hold on.
Not the
last
second
5.5
Not
minutes.
the second run.
Oh,
the
no.
second run is when he won it back from Orton, right?
Yes. The first one is when he won.
Is COVID. I'm gonna give him COVID because he was an MVP of COVID.
And they put the company on his back. They put the brand on his back then.
Well, so you know what though, too? That's always a conversation too. I don't think there was one MVP because realistically, Street Profits were there.
Drew.
Andrade was one.
Yeah.
That was when him and Theory were wrestling and tagging and stuff every week.
Okay.
Every week.
I don't remember everything of the pandemic era.
It was a blur.
It really was. It really was.
Crazy time in wrestling, though, bro.
Hey,
Like,
when you got wrestlers in the crowd,
that was bad. It was even worse on NXT when they would be behind the wall banging on glass. Shit, like
exactly. You see Big Stoke and doggone what the girl name is? Ava. You see Ava back there? Yeah.
Oscar was an MVP. Absolutely,
she was.
The Usos definitely at the latter part.
Naomi.
So there was a couple.
Well, Roman Reigns might have been the MVP.
Of course, he changed. He changed.
But if we're looking at background players, I definitely got to give it to the Street Profits, Drew McIntyre, Oscar. There was a few, but now you look at it as
Kevin Owens.
during the pandemic, yes.
And I don't even like Kevin Owens like that, but you got to give him his props.
But yeah, and I started off with Gunther because that was realistically like out of everything that happened from last Friday to now, that was the most important thing that's happened this week in wrestling was Gunther winning the world title.
Were you waiting on a cash in that night, or
no, not that night. I was waiting on a cash in the main event.
Okay.
I was thinking Seth could have cashed in on Jey at Money in the Bank.
You think that'd have been more fitting? I think this is gonna be a long.
Like I said, with Gunther, you have plans in store. They already have the Goldberg match set up. Whoever King of the Ring, which will probably end up being Sammy, which means that's the SummerSlam match. Like, and that could also be where we see another cash in.
So basically, what you're saying is I ain't watching wrestling for about 4-5 months.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is that night one or night two? Is that a night one, night two main event? Because this year is night one, night two, right?
Yeah, this is night one, night two. So this is my only question. Is Cena Punk definitive at King of the Ring?
Yes.
If it's a definitive 1, 2, 3, then I don't know who's next for Cena, so you make it night 2. But if Cena and Punk are going to run a rematch, then that's night 2, and Gunther versus Sammy is night 1.
And you think we get a Seth cash in at SummerSlam?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think Sammy wins it, and then Seth cashes in on Sammy.
Well, if you set it up, CM Punk, John, or you set it up with Sammy or Gunther, I mean, shoot, you got two heights of the.
You got some exactly. So that's why I like the trend we're on right now, because realistically, you don't know who Seth is going to cash in on, but you also don't know when it's going to happen. If Jey was still champ going into SummerSlam, Seth would have for sure cashed in on him. Absolutely no questions asked at SummerSlam.
But it's been a while since Seth's hold the WWE Championship, so I think just due to the more prestigious championship,
yeah, you got a point.
I would go after WWE. I mean, because granted, that's the Holy Grail. So,
but I think he loves the World Heavyweight Championship just a little more because he was the first champ, but also that's hit. You know what I mean? Like that's what he did.
Right.
Like his run is what legitimized that belt for it to be something to be contended over. But as I stated, we're gonna talk about the rest of Raw because Cena Punk.
Boy, listen here.
When that man said, "Are you comfortable, John?" Because I got some stuff I want to get off my chest. I was like, "Pipe bomb part 2, let's go."
And did you see the Yankee and the Red Sox?
The Red Sox comment.
Yeah, I was like,
the I have to become the monster to stop the monster. Like there was so much said in that promo on both sides. Because even when Cena said, was mentioning the truth. Oh yes. Oh my God. Yes. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Bailey.
Role model Bailey in the pandemic.
We forgot about BB. BB.
Yeah, B&B. Sasha and Bailey. Both.
Well, I was trying to say BBL.
Who?
Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha. Yeah, Sasha and Naomi actually during that time.
I ain't gonna stomp on it. She was an MVP in the pandemic.
So remember, that was the stretch when they won the tag titles and they were both SmackDown and Raw World Champs. So I'm gonna give it to her because I still
that's
got
what
that
gave
shirt
her
on.
the ego to be. What is it, Monet?
Monet. That nigga Monet.
I had to stop myself.
You don't like her, boy.
I guess.
Mercedes 5 belts.
The Cena Punk interaction was perfect. It was a callback.
Good setup.
I love him using and weaponizing Saudi against Punk.
That was lovely because
I didn't get that until after when I was reading the internet.
I love him weaponizing that and making that something because now a lot of people are being very contentious of Punk of you're still not standing on your word. You're breaking your word again. I love that now there's another layer.
Cena just knows how to turn it like this.
He does.
It was beautiful. He said, "You're gonna follow me to Saudi Arabia, hero."
I'm like,
hey, look.
That was like him calling him.
If you didn't catch it,
I watched it again today. I was very, and not even like an impressed thing, but I was impressed because it was like we all know Cena can hang with anybody, but like I expected Punk to come out and whip his behind on the mic, and he didn't. Cena was right.
He couldn't.
I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, I would say this.
No, hold on. We're not gonna act like Punk can't because he has before.
No, Punk can, but
before.
John is just too.
Punk has murdered John Cena on the mic before.
He has, but
after he didn't got him,
hey, look,
John Oh, bro, listen, understand something. There will never be a line delivered more disrespectful when you're no longer the underdog.
You're the dynasty.
You become what you hate. You're a dynasty. Yeah. You're the New York Yankees.
Bow. Hit him. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, John was ready to fight.
I'm a Yankees fan, so it's like when he said, I was like, ooh.
I was like,
hey, I ain't
saying that to a Red Sox fan.
John. That really pissed John off. I truly think it did because
it did. John Cena's not that great of an actor, so he was ready to.
Oh yeah, he was hot. No, he was hot. He was not that great of an actor. He was hot. And even this time, saying, you're mad that the fans have chosen you or have chosen me when they never like there was so much there, the meat that was on that bone. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought they were gonna revisit their feud in this retirement thing, but there was a chance that they didn't.
Right.
And the fact that they did, and we're getting callbacks, but we're also still because realistically, like let's for a second suspend disbelief. If this was not retirement year, John Cena, there's a very real chance that Punk would have won that belt.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like if Cena wasn't retiring this year, Punk probably would have won this pay-per-view.
Is he dropping it in December or is he just keeping it?
No, I think he drops it before December, and I think he turns face again to end.
It has to happen. I'm glad you said that because
it's not.
I've seen the videos of him doing this. The John Cena sulking face sucks to me.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't mind his intro, but the bow is just it's aggravating.
Hey, the Lakers color though, when he came out, it was hard. Yeah, it was hard. I'm glad he didn't have a Boston Celtics.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's because nobody wants to wear baby poop green anywhere.
Ew.
That was you doing?
Sorry. Sorry, you talking.
It was the like
y'all look at my
there was a lot in that promo to where I feel like because when is King of the Ring? We got 3 weeks?
King of the Ring's 3 weeks.
Yeah. 2 or 3 weeks.
Let me see. Look, I wish the historian was here.
He is here. See?
Him is.
Oh, well, he's there. Look, he's actually talking too. That's the crazy thing.
I didn't mean that. Sorry.
I'm telling on you. Like I promise you, as soon as he come back. But
it was quiet in there last time, so I thought it was gonna be quiet again.
That was like he on the phone handling the business, like
And I'm
Queen of the Ring, King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, it ain't that easy.
It's the 28th.
The 28th
of what? June
of this month. Yeah. So 2 weeks from now?
Yeah, that's
right at
about the week after next.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Look, no yeet. So we got 2 weeks more. We got 2 more weeks of promo battle. The question is does Punk travel to SmackDown to continue engaging it though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Punk will. Cena won't.
Okay.
If Cena ain't there, ain't no use for CM Punk to go to SmackDown.
It ain't no point for him to go to SmackDown. Then that's why I'm asking, because it's like, are they gonna continue it?
3 weeks of bombs over Baghdad.
Huh?
Bang out unless you bang.
Again, A-Rab money.
I hated A-Rab money.
God,
oh
hey,
my
that
God.
was my joint.
I like jumping out the window. Jumping out the window was my joint, but I hated A-Rab money. God, Ron Browse had a chokehold on. Oh God. I got
while y'all was doing that, I was listening to Millennium or something. Is he?
Now, I said, you got him. I got him.
Yeah, I got him. Look, we did that, and then he comes back. Are you back?
Welcome back.
Hey! Trigger brought you back while you was off screen talking to somebody. I just felt like snitching.
It was by accident because I was like, "Hey, you want to see how AEW looks in an arena that's going to be in France?" And your chair was right there, and nobody was there, so I just put the chair up.
No, you said Puerto Rico.
No, I said France.
You said Puerto Rico.
Oh, same difference.
It's
same
not.
loud.
Y'all get to name all these.
France was louder.
I never heard of A-Rab money.
And now he clipping the mic back on though.
You got a beard on your beard.
Yeah, I don't even get it.
But the match is gonna suck.
Damn.
The match is gonna be absolute trash juice.
Talking Cena and Punk.
Yes, he just came back in and already knew what he was talking about. That match is gonna be dumpster juice.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Money in the Bank many years ago. No,
many years ago.
It's gonna be the
we're
retirement.
talking about 11, 12 years.
It's gonna be the retirement home send off.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Retirement.
But
retirement home send off.
Oh, retirement home.
But
retirement home.
The story is gonna be phenomenal.
It's always gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah, not A-Rab
money. Bin Laden money.
I hated that song.
See, what did y'all talking about?
You ain't never heard A-Rab money?
Never mind.
I'm gonna send it to you too.
I ain't gonna listen to it.
You got some video you doing?
AJ and Gable had a dope match.
Yeah, very quick but fun match.
Very quick but fun.
But that needed to happen because he was hurt. He was hurting.
Bailey, Bailey came back randomly.
I was surprised. I was like, "What the hell?"
I don't even like the.
Hey, I was hyped.
Situation.
I was just like, "Oh snap!"
But I guess they got to. I mean, they had to give somebody to Becky because who else was gonna get her if you was going unless you're gonna do the rematch with Lyra. I'm about to say Ilya. Lord Jesus.
I don't even know what the women's mid card division looks like on Raw. So okay, you're right.
I feel like WWE wants us to think that everybody's interchangeable, but it's really not.
Now, Becky Lynch, Bailey now, Lyra.
That's it.
And then NXT got 57 women.
And Maxine.
What the girl name is?
Oh no.
Maxine
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Feel.
If they would listen though, I ain't gonna lie. If they want ratings to pop back up, go on and run Becky and Rhea for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam.
No. Hell no. Let's not.
I wouldn't even watch that.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's nobody else.
See that?
There's nobody else.
Well, guess what? Make it enough.
Okay. It's just what I said a minute ago. NXT got 57 women down there.
They ain't ready, but they're not ready. But they're not ready.
They might not.
Well, guess what? Put Roxanne in there. Let Roxanne win.
Oh yeah, Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Exactly.
I can see Roxanne and Becky.
Actually,
but
Josh made a good point. Nikki Bella's back.
Nobody cares.
Bye.
Nobody cares.
Bye. Put him out.
Nobody cares. Liv destroyed her on the mic.
Hey,
destroyed her.
and sent her to oblivion.
Liv ate her up when she hit her with the. How did she say it? She's like, I have everything you don't. I have respect. I have a championship, and I have a man.
I got a man. I said,
look. Nigga was like, well, I'm trying to figure out if he's yours or Roxanne's.
That was Kaiser's in the DM.
But then she hit her with the. But I'm still a champion. All you'll ever be is a reality show diva. Like,
yeah,
and then you got it on your face.
I was like, Nikki could have came back because Liv was on a reality show too.
No, actually, she got stunned. It was like she
was stuck. She was stuck. She was too. I don't think she knew that shot was coming.
And she hit that. Bitch.
That's exactly what she was thinking. That's exactly what she was thinking. It was funny, but
TKO.
But
no doggone body.
Roxanne qualified for Queen of the Ring. Roxanne needs to win Queen of the Ring.
She has to.
She's got to at this point, unless Asuka wins it. Who's coming back? But that's it.
Going to just start putting people over. I think it's that time of.
Well, but the issue with Roxanne winning Queen of the Ring is that match is set up for SummerSlam. Is she ready for a women's championship match at SummerSlam?
I think so.
Right.
I think she's ready. Will she win?
No, she ain't gonna win. Nah, she ain't gonna win.
Who's champion right now?
Io.
She'll put a great match on with Io. Will she win? No. Will she win? Unless
what does the screen say?
Nobody is saying unless she has the help of the Judgment Day, because again, she's
by
still
then possibly
she's not in the Judgment Day yet, but by then she'll be in a clubhouse, and then Dirty Dom and her will probably be sleeping on the backside eating chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
While Liv, unless Liv costs her the match.
Tendies. We like tendies. But Raw was cool. Like I said, Gunther winning kind of that was the end of the show. So it was
went out of the sales of the whole show.
He transitioned.
NXT was cool.
It was all right.
They gave me what I asked for, though.
Tried to beat up Oba Femi.
They gave me what I asked for. He didn't look vulnerable. Oba looked human this past week.
Yeah, he definitely did. But that NXT parking lot gonna get you every fucking time.
Every time. Jasper Troy, listen. But it's crazy because it's not over. Jasper Troy now they're at that point now. He should have came out to Pastor Troy first of all.
Yeah, Pastor Troy, yeah.
He should have came out to Pastor Troy. That vice versa. That's what he should have came out to with the chains.
You think he's still a little green?
Did he do the chicken head song?
Yeah. He's a little green. But I'll say this.
He's a hard-hitting green person.
He's at that point now where Braun was when he was fighting Ciampa. Remember, Braun and Ciampa, it took 2 matches to get that belt off of him. Yeah. That's where Jasper is right now. So I definitely
a lot of people are hating on Jasper. A lot of people.
Why? Because of the box.
That and then they say, how did reality WWE winners turn out? Like the Maven situation with Tough Enough.
I mean, but this ain't Maven. Buddy looks the part.
Maven was great.
Okay. I enjoy Maven, but
Anywho, Jasper looks the part. Like he looked like realistically, I ain't gonna hold you. If they were gonna put somebody in the ring with Big E, I said with Big E, Lord, I miss my dog.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
I miss my dog because that's what it was. Big meaty men slapping meat. Look, how Book said it: no bread, no water, just meat.
Hey, y'all. I know DB having his times, but Book been on it, bro.
Book been on it, Brian. I don't like him, but Book just me.
Hey, bro.
Oh yes, man.
Oh yeah, man. And I hate, before we get back to that, I hate when Pat McAfee does it.
I do too. It don't work. It don't work. That's not yours. That's
a colonizer.
You're not invited. You can't sit with us.
That's
a black person thing, Pat. Stay in your lane. Jasper looks like a real threat. Like a real threat. So the botch kick out came from, I think he didn't think that the fall from grace was hit well enough.
Right.
I think he thought that it was hit well enough, but I think the ref didn't think he'd finished the move. So that's why the whole thing happened, and that's why they ran it back, and he did. Because the second time, Oba caught him in.
Well, you know what's now happening next, right? You know who they're gonna bring back to fight him?
Who?
Omos.
But but the match.
Yeah, I get to
itself
do it for once.
Jasper looked amazing.
He did.
For a
He
green rookie from LFG,
Yeah.
Jasper looked great. Oba, can we give
Yeah.
Oba
He's
the
sitting there with the I
credit
eat ass
for
face.
being the professional to make Jasper look as great as he did too? Because
Of
Oba
course.
didn't have to sell the way he did.
Hey, get him out the chat.
Oh,
Well, won't nobody even talk? Won't nobody even talking about that?
this was the weekend of returns because Ricky Starks came back.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Hey, can we talk about that real quick?
What about?
Has my boy been hurt or something? Like,
I don't know, but I shout out to Sean Legacy first off. Buddy got it. Like he liked
hey,
it.
yeah, he liked it. That boy like
That
That's the
boy
one that fought.
that boy like he like
Ethan Page, right?
He's good. I love that Ethan. I love that NXT has their champions defending weekly.
Yeah.
It's like
Like-
09 Monday 09 08.
Like, hey,
like,
Triple H, you know you can do that too. You know.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying?
you don't have to save it for every PLE or save it for
You
2
don't.
months.
You don't.
Workhorse champions only for mid card, I guess.
Ricky comes back and beats the dogs out of Ethan. I don't know if they're gonna trade the championship back, but after this, I think Ethan needs to go up after that. Like
He's going to SmackDown. He got to go to SmackDown.
He's a SmackDown guy. He's not a Raw guy. He's a SmackDown guy.
And
Listen, I don't care about her title defense. The fact that JC Jane got called absolutely the most beatable champion of all time. That was crazy.
You should give up the championship just for allowing that to be said.
Yeah, you won your match. Don't get me wrong. You defended it. But for Shorty to say, well, I'm new here, so I was going to wait at the back of the line. But then I realized you're absolutely the most beatable champion in history.
And then
Wow.
y'all did not come outside for about 6 months.
Wow.
If NXT's crowd was any larger,
Yeah. Oh, no. That would have
rocked the building.
Yeah. That would. Yeah.
That rocked my screen. Whoa.
It did. It rocked my
Wait a
screen,
minute.
dog.
Excuse me?
Lash Legend.
New theme song.
She's still green.
But
That finish was.
she got to get back. She got to get away from my boy Trick, you know, when they be practicing.
Because they
Yeah,
both
they started looking
green.
a little alike.
They as green as Sharon's shirt. It ain't. He's mid. He's just mid.
Where your shoes at? You ain't got no shoes on.
If you watched AEW other than Osprey and Swerve, which was another rarefied gymnastics performance.
Y'all want to see a cartwheel? Y'all want to see how the match went?
No. See, this why. That's what you get.
And I ain't gonna hold you. That's all they did all match. The best part of it was the story that they're telling.
Yeah.
Is amazing. Him eating that super kick for Swerve. Love the storytelling.
Hangman went. Oh, I just want to let you know Hangman's winning at All In.
I don't think so.
Stop lying.
I don't think he's winning.
Stop lying.
I don't think he's winning.
It's gonna be a riot.
It is but I still don't think he's winning. I think it's Darby. I think
who wants to see a damn coffin
because look
Mount Everest really
he got to get because Darby still got to come back and get his get. He still has not gotten his get back yet.
Man,
he got to get his get back.
Man,
if Darby win that, I ain't watching AEW for you.
I think they're gonna be beating the out of him. I think they're gonna be beating the dogs out of him at All In, and Darby's gonna come back and save him, and that's gonna be the story to get us to.
They've done that like 6 times now.
I know.
The only way.
Remember the last time
Darby
tried to murk himself by driving the car into somebody or something?
Or the bus. No, the only way Darby wins the AEW championship if he coffin dives from the rafters onto John Moxley.
Oh no, he's gonna go absolutely nuts in this match with Moxley.
No, he got to come from like actually fall with no harness.
Yeah, it's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be the dumbest thing we've ever seen for him to win it. But then he's gonna win it.
It might be a coffin drop for him for real.
Look.
How do y'all feel about the AEW Unified Championship?
Ugly.
Oh man, this right here is major. Shout out to the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. It's one of my favorite podcasts on X. I watch weekly. That's those my guys right there. Yo, shout out.
Appreciate you for the
recall. I'm gonna need to check that out.
Shout out to my
Black Guy
dog.
Wrestling
Now
Podcast.
that's my dog.
Means something. That means something. I know that means something to me. So shout out.
I don't care for him. I don't care
appreciate it. Darby is winning that belt. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You had to bring my move.
And we got the repost. Shout out to the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. That's my dog.
Can he win the unified belt instead?
So no, this is my problem.
Not
the unified. So wait, Ash. Wait, do you actually not know what belt it is for real?
It's the AEW Intercontinental belt.
Don't watch it.
It's the Intercontinental Championship.
And I told y'all they was gonna do it. Oh no.
So actually, what I found out was though they cannot call it that. WWE bought the copyrights to Intercontinental.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They gonna call that thing Intercoastal.
No, it's the Unified Championship.
That doesn't make
I know that's I saw the pictures of. I said, yo,
that's terrible. Y'all should just got
Rose belt. Just bigger.
I mean, bro, just unified, and whoever wins, their belt is what stays.
I would say just keep the design of the international championship because that joint.
Yeah, because that crown ain't hitting. Crown ain't hitting. I promise it's not. That crown ain't hitting.
Stupid anyway.
I ain't gonna lie, they just making belts to make belts at this point.
That crown is not hitting. Like I'm just saying, it's just not hitting, dog.
It's terrible.
And the belt ain't nothing but a big. That's the old women's belt.
You said what?
The Nyla Rose belt.
Somebody said it looked like Triple H Championship.
Because you remember when what the girl name was? Riho. She had won it and it was this big, and then Nyla Rose had won it and it was this big.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, my bad, Black. I was talking loud. I wasn't listening.
Yeah, you was feeling it. Look, Dan, you give a dude a mic and you want to start going crazy.
It's true.
It's damn true.
It's true.
But the biggest thing, like I said, I did not watch the rest of AEW. I just wasn't gonna do it. Not this week. I wasn't watching it 4 hours, bro.
I'm not doing a 4 hour on a Wednesday.
You didn't see the MJF and the Bobby
on a Wednesday? How was the 6-man? Did the 6-man go good?
I mean, it went.
It went somewhere. It just didn't go. It
MJF
went.
MJF was out there just like MVP.
Look, give me.
And then he called.
I'm just waiting for the payoff.
Then he called my boy Sin Cara. He said,
"Oh, he did call him Sin Cara though."
Yeah, sloppy Sin Cara at that.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this.
Word.
Because ain't Grand Slam Mexico next week?
Yes. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. It was
he was talking in Spanish and then he asked MVP, what did he say or something like that. You know, MJF being loud as he is.
Yeah,
I still don't get MJF being a part of the Hurt syndicate.
Honestly, I'm good if he never comes to WWE.
It's the Owen Hart part of the nation thing. That's all.
I mean,
he's plateaued in AEW. He's peaked. There's nothing left for him to do.
So you mean MJF?
Yeah, but Owen Hart fit more in the nation than MJF fits in the Hurt syndicate.
He did. Sami Zayn fit more in the bloodline than.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember how Owen Hart got into the nation, but it wasn't by him begging.
Black, how did he get? I don't even remember.
I don't even remember.
You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't.
I don't remember
him begging to be in it. Like, hey, Rock, let me be in there.
So MJF's character has completely died, and
MJF in AEW is gone. It's done. No, it's dead. MJF in AEW is dead. There is nothing else.
So does he need a luchador mask to bring himself back to?
No, he needs to leave and go to WWE. Unfortunately, I don't want that.
He's going to.
That is the only thing that can revitalize his career. Think about it. He's held
both sets of tag.
He's held both sets of tag titles.
Yeah.
He held one set by itself.
The AEW Championship.
The International Championship, which turned into the US Championship. There's nothing left for him to do. There's nobody left there for him to feud with. Like when Punk left, that killed his peak. When Cole got hurt, that killed the second time that he could have. There's nothing left.
And then the whole double
2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
It was about 3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago. You talking about the devil thing, Blackout?
Yeah, like when he came back, it was like he became, somehow they switched it. He was supposed to be the good guy, but ended up being the bad guy again. Cole ended up being the good guy. It was just all over the place.
Like, how do you do a double turn with somebody and you ain't even mean to do it?
I was like, that whole thing was but Cole didn't help it either by getting hurt.
No,
jumping off
his leg all up to pieces,
tearing up his ankle.
Cole getting hurt derailed both of their AEW careers. Both
kangaroo kick.
Because the tag match was dope. But whatever. Yeah, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump into the finals real quick because a lot of people hate on this NBA finals, but I love it.
Shoot. Oh, this thing going.
Hey, this thing going nuts.
This going nuts. So
what?
Usually
let me get my thing. Let me get mine about Kenny Omega real quick.
Oh yeah. You did want to mention Omega.
Oh, you talking about Alien? Go ahead. You got it.
Exactly. If anybody didn't see it on Wednesday, they beat up Kenny Omega like they normally do, and this man started bleeding profusely from his mouth. I don't know if it was a blood pack or whatever it was, but they want to say he got hit in his belly, and you know what I'm saying, because of the diverticulitis, that's what happened. Let me tell y'all, as a man who suffers from diverticulitis himself, amongst a myriad of other medical problems, the last place you're gonna bleed from a shot to the belly having diverticulitis is your mouth.
Hold on. SAT word of the week. Myriad. Continue.
Yeah. If anybody knows, it's coming from elsewhere. It ain't coming out your mouth. It's coming out the back.
It's the steel.
And as I like to say all the time, the wrestling fan has a long-term memory. And professional wrestling has diverticulitis. Brock Lesnar, he's been hitting his stomach for 12 years and hasn't bled out of his mouth once. I know AEW think this would work.
I waiting for an alien to pop out his stomach, but whatever.
Damn,
that's the only thing that could have happened.
Point.
There's no medical reason why he would be bleeding out of his mouth unless he got punched in his mouth and all 32 teeth came out.
Yeah.
That's
all that bleeding he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So that gets 0 steel. Ooh, that's the steel mill closing.
You know who else should get 0 steel?
Who that?
Jey Uso.
He gets 51 steals.
Because it's diabolical that you have your son come down there.
That's why he lost, because he brought his son.
Knowing you're losing.
No, you remember when Chad Gable got beat up in front of his daughters?
That's diabolical.
But I ain't gonna lie. That would have been the time I'd have had my son stay either backstage or in the crowd. Like, I'm not gonna. Yeah. And was it me or did his son just look completely uninterested in eating with his dad when he came down?
His son always looks uninterested. I ain't seen him look interested in nothing.
He get that phone out his hand, too busy on that phone.
Right.
How you gonna say right? And you've been showing so.
It looked like he was confused on what to do.
He was stupid. Oh Lord.
That's it.
Yeah, Trigger. We gotta get him a visual for the steel mill. We gotta put him together. We gotta put him a steel mill together. You know what? Speaking of Jey Uso, one time for the one time.
You got to do better, Jey.
I was waiting for you to say it.
I ain't gonna lie, that was actually a really good one. You got to do better. I did feel bad for him. So we got a lot that's gonna happen over these next 3 weeks. We got All In. Is there a Saturday night main event before King and the Queen of the Ring, or is it King and Queen of the Ring and then Saturday night main event after?
I believe it's Saturday night's main event and then Evolution.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then good Lord,
that same weekend is All In.
I'm looking forward to. Oh, that is the same weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tripp's petty for that. I'm looking forward to Evolution if the card justifies it. I hope the card actually justifies it. I would have been fine without a Bella on it at all, though. I'd have been completely fine without one.
My thing about the Bellas is that they don't transcend time. They're kind of just stuck where they were, and every time
where they were,
yep.
You can look, but you can't touch.
I don't want to. How about that?
I mean, hold on. I ain't never mind.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Anywho, this NBA Finals has been great so far. 3 games of just nonstop basketball.
Hey, Tyler been on his Kobe. Tyler been on his Kobe-ish.
Who?
Tyler.
Tyrese.
Oh, that I'm saying he said Tyler. I was like Tyler.
He did. I was like Tyler. He on the Finals.
Creator?
No, I'm talking about Tyler.
Who up though? I don't know who up.
Pacers.
So Indiana is up 2-1 right now.
Oh, wow.
Last night was crazy. They just ran OKC out the building, bro. That cardio. Indy's cardio is the best part of their game. They can run all 4 quarters on you, and by the time you realize that you're tired, it's fourth quarter and they up 8.
By the time you realize they tired, they hold benched and score about 10, 15
Oh yeah,
points.
everybody on the bench, 8 to 10 points.
Yeah, the depth is crazy. Now, I'm not watching. I'm not an X's and O's guy, but I listen to sports radio. They said the depth on the Pacers is ridiculous.
Yeah. It is. It's stupid.
Wow, OKC is relying on Shea.
So Benedict Mathurin was their 3rd leading scorer last year on the team, and he's coming off the bench this year.
See,
like that's just where they are now. So there's a good chance.
My only issue with the Pacers is, or with Halliburton, is that he has this. He's on one game, off one game, on again, off again.
Like he said, he had 2 bad first halves the first 2 times, and then he turned it up last night.
Yeah, he did.
But TJ McConnell definitely carried his weight last night.
Me for a second, I was like, huh?
Yeah, no, not you.
I'm terrible at basketball.
I forgot. My bad, bro.
Well, hello.
He couldn't have brought himself back.
Yeah, he could have, but like he was just sitting there, like. But this is gonna be an interesting. I think it's going 7. I think it'll go 7. I said initially OKC in 6, but I could see it going 7. Just because this is great basketball. This defensive minded basketball with some facilitation, and it's just a good series.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put $2.73 on the Pacers.
And then you have like
the $2.73.
Siakam and Holmgren, they're the 2 wild cards.
They're the 2 wild cards because Chet starts off hot.
Yeah.
And then he cools down, and then Siakam will have a quiet 17 going into halftime. And you like, you win.
Oh, he was in the game?
Yeah. So, but that's just our quick sports talk. Usually we do a longer one, but that's really the only thing going on right now. And I don't care about hockey. So
I already know who's gonna win that one, but yeah.
You already know.
Boston Bruins.
Hey, light skin. Let people know where to find you at.
Don't find me. I don't want y'all. No, I'm playing. Find me on IG at official OVO sound _11. That's it.
Jeez, that's a mouthful. Blackout Jones.
Yeah, Blackout Jones.
Y'all some Negroes, boy. I tell you, yo. Mr. 211, take us home, brother. Where to find you at?
Y'all know where to find me at on Instagram at Man of Steel, spelled STEEL _BTB.
That's a mouthful.
And that's it.
How about mine? Lord,
I've memorized it. Go ahead and say it 5 times fast. You can't.
Man of Steel _ fuck.
See?
Yep, messed up. And y'all already know Carlito _Cannon on everything.
It's actually wrong on your thing. On your
it is. I know. I seen it, and I was like, guess what? I'm not gonna fix it. I'm not gonna fix it. _BTB podcast _ on X. Beyond the Bell podcast on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook and YouTube. Like, follow, share, and subscribe.
Just a 440 before we go. Somebody, hey, just one.
We didn't hit, but it's crazy. We didn't hit 440, so it's like
just one again. Yeah, when you started flipping all around your living room, that's when somebody went away.
Oh shoot, you stupid.
You and your big ass.
Y'all need to stop and come together as brothers.
Come together.
Come together.
He hates my teeth, so I just make fun of his cartwheel skills.
Not his
My cartwheels are better than yours.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to do one because I'm old.
And we back at 440.
There you go.
Yo.
We appreciate all of the love tonight. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all go follow the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. Go follow Sports for You Wrestling. Definitely a big shout out to the Public Enemies Podcast. Them boys over there doing work. Shout out to the Black Wrestling Podcast. If you ain't got your wrestling feel for the night from us, go switch over to Black Wrestling Podcast real quick and go end y'all night off with them boys.
They are great.
I'm Carlito Cannon for Blackout Jones, Trigger Trade Night, Mr. 211, Dr. Shaw, and Sinister. We'll catch y'all next week. Same BTB time, same BTB channel. It's been real. It's been fun. It ain't been real fun. We're going to end it this week with 6 letters, 2 words. No, because
Okay, lead it off then.
I'm really upset. I'm still upset about him losing.
Transitional.
But it ain't even the fact that he lost to Gunther. Like I said, I'm just mad that, oh my God. Yep, time to get off. Time to go home. Time to go home.
Yo, you got it. Bye.
Time to go home.
You got 6 letters. Hey, look, 6 letters. 1 word. Defeat.
Give me the power to kick people out.
We'll catch y'all next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure. I don't remember what I was about to say. I was about to say something. Y'all make sure y'all hit that follow button, hit that love button. We appreciate it.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
No yeet.
Y'all, it's time to go night night. Appreciate the love, y'all. We out.